Hello, hello, everybody. I'm setting up. Don't worry about me. We'll be starting soon. I'm glad you didn't decide to do that noise. I would have been very sad. You gotta know what happens. I will make sure you know what happens. Eventually. Yeah, I like that too. Very good. Now, if you excuse me, I just need to shut my door properly now because the wind is blowing it open, and I'll start. Hello, we are live. We did it. We have existed. We now exist. How is everybody doing today? Everybody good? Everybody bad? It's my weekend now. I have tomorrow off. I'm very happy about that. Oh, literally the second I show up. All right, here you go. You get what you pay for. Nice long weekend. I know. I'm so excited. I deserve this long weekend. Frame perfect. I know, right? Oh, by the way, I'm using a new shader today. How does it look? I feel like it makes the colors pop a little bit better for this one. You can freeze pop to immerse yourself in the cold frozenness of Beacon Pines. Hell yeah. Let's do this. I agree, Fire Ninja. I agree with your assessment. Anyway, I say we just jump right into it. So last time we got the sequel bait. The sequel bait ending. If you saw my clip, you'll know what I mean. Where we threw a guy down a hole and then got Revenge Best Served Cold sequel coming in 2024 as a joke ending. So I think this time we're gonna go down this path as far as we can and do Refuse right now. Nice on the 3-day weekend. Hey! 3-day weekend, buddies. 3-day weekend. So yeah, I'm thinking we just jump right into it. If you don't know what's happening with this game, I highly recommend checking out the VOD from Tuesday before it's taken down, so that you can get caught up a little bit. Because I'm not explaining the storyline of this game. Fuck that. Okay. Also, that's enough. You got your minute. The redeem literally says that you get it for about a minute, so that's what you get. Okay, so we're gonna refuse the request here now.
Luca had no choice but to refuse Iggy's request.
And see how
he tightened his grip and reached for the walkie-talkie in his pocket. A wild delight crept onto Mr. Kerr's face. That's a good lad. Now, radio for help. Iggy begged Luca with his eyes one last time, but Luca pressed the button and called
Trust
out.
me, this is the best choice for you, Iggy.
We need help. Mr. Kerr is in danger. It wasn't long before they were once again surrounded by clipboards.
Damn.
Mr. Kerr sighed with relieved frustration. There you are. You really are a worthless lot, aren't you? Mirror, now. A clipboard dutifully produced an ornate...
We're just gonna listen to the story for a bit.
Mr. Kerr began preening his tousled hair. Ah, that's better. Mr. Van Horn, I applaud your sharp thinking under duress.
Sharp thinking, huh? This guy's a bitch, ain't he? This guy's a total bitch, ain't he? He immediately backs. Obviously, why wouldn't he? What makes you think he wouldn't?
I'll put in a good word for you with the founder. Take them away. A swarm of hands overpowered Luca. The last thing he saw before a cloth bag was pulled over his head was the defeated look on the end.
Oh, that was a shitty ending. Okay.
I think this was one of those times where doing the right thing was the wrong thing.
Okay, so I think it was a good thing we saw that to its conclusion, so we know that there is nothing to come from that. So now the question is, what do we do next? There are a few places we can go. We can go here. This, just as a quick reminder of what happened here, we pushed Iggy into the weird slime shit and made him mutate because we chose Strange. So if we choose Tickle here, that probably won't happen. And the other thing that we could choose is over here, where the storm happened, and because the storm happened, we couldn't meet up with Rollo. And because we couldn't meet up with Rollo, the friendship got struggled, and then until eventually they reconvened, and then when they reconvened, they got iced. Pick break? I'm gonna go with that. I agree with picking break here. Right as the sky began to break.
Luca began to respond, but the sky answered for him as the clouds above began to break, revealing patches of star-filled summer night. Moonlight filtered down, shimmering in the treetops.
Yeah, so now for this one, we could probably meet Rollo on time. Sure, you can meet Rollo. You're not going home? No, I promised Rollo I'd tell him about...
stopped himself mid-sentence.
Promise you tell him what? Uh-oh. Luca spilled the beans. Spill it out, bub. We're thick as thieves now. If there's a juicy secret, you gotta tell me. Okay. You can come to the treehouse and I'll tell you both what happened. Heck yeah.
Luca saw Beck skulking by the gate.
So you're telling me there's nothing mysterious or creepy about this place? It's mostly boring and empty. Oh, I think that's not true. I refuse to believe that. Same. Big spiked gate, looming mansion, rich reclusive owners. It even smells shady.
Beck grabbed the wrought iron bars and shook the gate.
Mark my words, you decadent nightmare house. You reveal your secrets to me. Oh, I like Beck. I like Beck a lot. Oh. Oh, what? I wasn't expecting that. What did you do? First of all, I told you so. Second, hide. That's Eris Valentine. Oh, Eris Valentine is in with the hazmat suits. Who's she talking to? Okay, so from what we know about the facts so far, there are hazmat suits that are doing something with radioactive waste. They seem to have discarded a corpse of some kind. There is a whole other second town below us that's frozen over, that froze over 6 years ago, and they recreated the town somewhere else and moved everyone without them knowing. What else? Something about how... Oh yeah, there was something about how the Valentines took in their kid. And in his will, he forced that kid to inherit his will or something like that. And he was just some random kid. For something like that. I don't know. Let's listen. I expect you to return that suit in working order. Of course, as long as everything proceeds as planned, there's nothing to worry about. The only thing I'm worried about is what's rightfully mine. If that means some unsavory alliances, so be it. I couldn't agree more. There comes a time to suspend hostilities. I'll deal with our common threat. Now this is what I was talking about. Oh, Beck. I like Beck a lot.
Beck's voice was an excited whisper.
Proper shady stuff. Someone in a suit like that tried to grab me yesterday. Seriously? You do understand that when this all inevitably fails, I will deny everything? I wouldn't expect any less of you. You just worry about your part in this and let me handle the rest. I can't wait to see the look on that Rube Kerr's face. Yes, the truth will come to light. Okay, so the people, Kerr, the asshole from the last route that was in a hole, is not in cahoots with the Valentines. They are completely different sectors, both doing shady shit. That seems to be what I'm getting at here. I'm still surprised you're so comfortable with the potential collateral damage. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that change is painful. Wow, I was expecting shady, but that's just flat out super villain talk. If you don't mind me asking, why? Why are you doing all of this?
The mysterious figure retracted their mask, hair pushing out from all corners.
Uh-oh, we're gonna find out. Granny, what the fuck? Granny? Granny, what the fuck? What do you know that I know? No, I kind of suspected that Miss Granny was in on some shit, but I wasn't expecting them to be in the hazmat suit. Fucking bitch.
A chill ran down Luca's spine. His vision blurred. Beck stifled a sharp wince, and Luca looked down to see himself wrenching her hand.
An answer I can certainly respect. She's doing this for us, 100%. But I have the impression that she's either misguided or just has no idea what else they could possibly do. Like, I think she's backed into a corner and is forced to do some shit she doesn't agree with in order to protect her family. That's my guess. Just remember, keep everything nice and normal until the festival. I don't need lessons in rousing suspicion. But what's with the big freeze? There's no way the big freeze is something that Gran wants. Like, there's absolutely no way that that big freeze is something Gran wants to happen. She must be trying to prevent it in some way and failed. That's my guess.
Chapter 5. What big ears you have. Lucas sat shivering in the bushes, staring at his feet. After checking to make sure the coast was clear, Beck gave him a gentle tug on his sweater.
Let's go, let's go. We gotta go meet up with Rollo, and hopefully he's not gonna be pissed at me. What's wrong? You look like you've seen a ghost. Why were you so scared of that old lady in the hazmat suit? That was my gran. That was your gran. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm sure there's a perfectly reasonable explanation for all of this. Let's just get to the treehouse and figure things out there. Lead the way. All right, let's go get Rollo caught up. And because Rollo doesn't know anything about the shady shit that's happening right now. So let's go get him caught up. For the last time, there's nothing to worry about. Of course, we're not worried.
The clipboard finished writing with a scratchy flourish and looked up.
Just dotting our I's and crossing our T's. Well, maybe try minding your P's and Q's.
Mr. Nuncreed, arms crossed over his paunch, gave an exhausted sigh.
If there's anything you need knowing, you'll know it. Absolutely! If you just signed here, acknowledging everything is accurate, it'll be out of your hair in a flash. Oh, for the love of...
He snatched the pad and scribbled his name so hard the pen nearly snapped.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with these clipboard fuckheads yet. Other than the fact that they all look identical for some reason. And you would like my eternal soul as well.
The clipboards looked at each other for a moment, almost pondering the possibility.
These clipboards have no soul.
Then broke into laughter as they walked away.
Actually, they might actually have no soul. That might not be a joke. They- Okay. Hi, Mr. Duncreed. Luca, let me give you some advice. The next time someone you don't know asks to hear your thoughts, give them a good hard bop right in the kisser. They might actually be clones. I would not be surprised if they are. And also, I agree with this mentality. Oh, Grant tells me to just keep away from the clipboards. That's good, that's good. Your Gran is a smart lady, Luca. Speaking of which, you better run along home now. Too dark out to be wandering on your own. So in the last route, we ended up wasting a whole day away being depressed in our room. So I'm assuming that's not going to happen this time. Today, another $1. See you tomorrow, Z. Have you noticed how all the perennial harvest folks order the same drink? Decaf cappuccino with extra foam. Why? I don't know. Just thought it a little odd. Pretty weird for sure. The customer's always right. See you around bright and early tomorrow. Can't wait. Okay, definitely some sus shit going on. And what's Mr. Kerr doing over here, being all
William
suspect as
Kerr
well?
and Gus Valentine proudly surveyed the half-covered festival banner.
It's all coming together quite nicely. Couldn't have done it without you.
The mayor gave
Oh,
a
fuck off.
half-hearted shrug.
These two are definitely enemies. Like, they are definitely not friends with each other. Damn it, you overslept? What did you miss? Okay. What you missed was nothing. So, okay, actually you did miss quite a bit. So, we're on the path where we got iced last time. Yes, they do, Master. Anyway, we're on the route where we got iced this time, except instead of making the storm rage on, which causes us to miss our meeting with Rollo, the storm broke and we left. But when we are going over to meet Rollo, the mansion gates opened and we had a conversation, and we overheard a conversation with that Valentine girl talking to one of the hazmat suits, and they were doing some like straight supervillain talk almost, until eventually the person in the hazmat suit raised their visor and we found out it was our Gran. So yeah, that's what, and now we're on our way to meet Rollo in the treehouse. Nonsense! That reminds me, I wasn't able to thank your sister for her contributions. Yes, she has been indisposed of late. She doesn't like me much, does she? I don't like you much, Kerr, especially after the last route. Oh no, that's not it at all. She's just been busy. Of course. Regardless, I would be forever grateful if you could pass on my thanks to her. The History Museum adds a real air of importance to the whole affair. And we couldn't very well celebrate the story of Beacon Pines without including Valentine's. Ice cream route, best route. Well, you gotta remember that last time we went on this route, before we got cubed, we wasted a whole day being depressed in our rooms from Rollo. So I get the impression that's not gonna happen this time, which means we're probably gonna get more in-depth onto what shit is actually going on. Also, I completely agree that his face is punchable noise. Like, holy shit, it's so punchable. My father was a great man.
Kerr
Damn
locked
tootin'.
his arm on Gus.
In the entire Valentine family, present company included. Can I ask you something, Mr. Kerr? Call me William. Ask away. William, why are you doing all of this? Because he's an asshole. She never felt needed a compelling reason to throw a party. Not just the festival. All of this. There's got to be 100 down on their luck towns out there. Why is Perennial Harvest so invested in helping Beacon Pines? Because they want the source. Whatever the fuck that is. You know what I love most about the agriculture business? Seeds. Seeds? Yep, little bundles of potential.
With a glimmer in his eye, Kerr gestured grandly toward the horizon.
We already know this guy's an asshole. You treat a seed right, nurture it, feed it, and it can grow into something truly special. Oh, that's bullshit. You see potential here? I get the impression that this mayor guy has no idea what the fuck's going on, by the way. I just get a total impression that this guy is just completely and utterly out of the loop. He's just so not in the loop. All it needs is a little nudge. And the right leadership, of course. Oh. Good night, Mayor Valentine. Perennial Harvest is definitely sus. He's just a pawn in the horror deal. Yeah, I agree with that. Oh, this is nice. Yeah, the treehouse is just a little further from here. So what's your buddy Rolo like? Rolo, he's Rolo. Not particularly helpful? Sorry, I've just never thought about it. Lots of energy, he's funny, even when he's not trying to be. Things have been tough for his family since the foul harvest. So damn time you tell me what this foul harvest thingy is. I completely agree. Exactly, I don't know, but he's like put up to be mayor job by his family? Probably, yeah. It's kind of a long story. Hit me with the highlights. Okay. There used to be a fertilizer company here called Valentine's. They were kind of a big deal. Ooh, big deal fertilizer. Time to investigate so you can promote your from NPC to pawn. No, we don't know what the foul harvest is, Fire Ninja, so we're finding out just now. It was a big deal to us. Their stuff really worked. Farmers loved it. So Valentine grew and grew. Beacon Pines pretty much grew around it. Most everyone in town either worked for Sharper Valentine or used his fertilizer. Things were good. I'm sensing a big but. Around 6 years ago, Sharper Valentine suddenly died, and something changed. Changed how? Could have been a bad patch. Maybe it was in the water, or air, or soil. Nobody knows. But all the crops died, and everyone blamed the Valentines. The foul harvest. Yeah. Valentine's fertilizer went out of business. Half the town lost their jobs. Sheesh. The next year, the crops came back, but something was different. You plant a crop, do everything right, and it's sort of a crapshoot what happens. And no one knows why? Nope. I take it Rolo's farm got the short end of the stick? Yep, for some reason their farm was hit harder than others. That sucks. Things have gotten better since Perennial Harvest came to town. The Beacon Pines Reborn initiative? Yep, first thing they did was give town a deep scrub. They even put us in hotels, one town over the week, while they decontaminated the groundwater. We better get going. Yeah, that's pretty much what I pieced together as well. But from my understanding, it's 6 years ago was also when the original Beacon Pines froze over, and they all moved to the new one. So whatever caused the crops to stop growing is likely related to why they had to move the town in the first place. And we don't know that yet. Still, it's good to finally get a little bit of the storyline from that. Hello, Rolo. It's about time. I was about to give up and go home. Who's the new kid? Name's Beck. You must be Rolo. I see my reputation precedes me. Welcome to Mission
Rolo
Control.
waggled his head with pride.
You have my guess, but you'll save it? Okay. It has to do with something to do with nuclear shit, I think. Or like radiation. It's probably that green shit that they've been working with. You'll find we spared no expense in construction. I've seen worse piles of junk. Thanks. Hey, Luca, you know the security concerns we talked about? Yep. While I was waiting, I made some improvements. Let me lock this baby down for a little test infiltration. Can't be too safe these days. Rolo isn't being a shit this time. Yep, that means we're not going to have an entire day where we're depressed, which means we're going to have an entire day where we get to the bottom of this shit. I have the impression that this path that I'm on right now might be the true path to the true ending. So I'm probably going to get hit hard locked at some point. I need to go back the other way. He goes all out, doesn't he? But yeah, like I feel like this is the route to the true ending. Because, yep, I'm back to the normal stuff. But you could use channel points to change me if you want. Those are set up now. Also, the shader's different. It's a little, the colors are a little more vibrant. Do you like it? Always. Yeah, we get the gang all together on this path. That's why I think it's the true path. I gotta hit the target. Ah, this is actually hard. You didn't see a difference? It's... okay, well, that's fine then. That's a good thing, honestly. There we go. Why are they making me do this? Yo, Beck is great. Beck is actually great. I like Beck a lot. Oh my gosh, it's moving. Hell yeah. You got Harry Mama. What the fuck does that mean, Ratchet? I still find it hilarious how I make this one bonk joke in my Code Vein playthrough, and now that's all we ever reference when you pop into my stream. Oh, Bayonetta! Bayonetta's so good! Bayonetta's amazing. Junk food for junk. Nice. So, pretty sweet security, right? It was an imaginative, I'll give you that. Are we sure we could trust the new recruit? I'll vouch for her. Thanks, I guess. I like these three. These three are a great little group, and I wish them the best at the end of this story. You promised to fill me in about the Valentine warehouse.
Luca sucked in a long breath.
So like I said, there was someone there. What were they doing? I don't know, but the place was lit up and active. Maybe they were squatters? I've been hearing some horrible stories about squatters lately, to be honest. Shit sucks. I don't think so. It seemed more organized. When the man pulled me in, I saw some sort of equipment running. A man pulled you in? Yeah, but I got away. You keep saying it was a man. They were wearing a mask, right? Yeah. Then it could have been a woman. How'd you get away? I grabbed a rock or something and broke their mask. They let go and I ran. Oh, damn. I actually missed that he broke the mask last time that happened. Dang. That's intense. No wonder you freaked out when you saw your grandma. Yeah, that's the other part. On our way here, Beck and I saw Eris Valentine meeting with Gran, wearing the same sort of hazmat suit.
Rolo let out a low whistle.
And they weren't there for idle chit-chat. It was a proper Aladdin meetup. So let me get this straight. There's an operation in full swing at the Valentine warehouse. You were almost abducted by a strange man or woman in a protective suit. And then you saw your Gran in the same suit talking to Eris Valentine. Pretty much. So whoever was wearing probably has some kind of facial injury. Or they just can't wear their suit anymore, too. Yeah. Good call. That's a good catch, though. We're gonna have to keep our eyes open. I'm beginning to think this town is kinda awesome.
Rolo and Luca shot back a look.
No offense. So we can logically conclude aliens or alien zombies have infiltrated the town. And their leader is your Gran and she tried to murder you. First of all, and for the last time, there are no aliens. Second, it couldn't have been my Gran at the warehouse. I broke that person's mask to get away. The mask Gran was wearing wasn't damaged. But she's definitely hiding something. Maybe. Your Gran is weird, but she might be the most boring person in the universe. All she does is sit around all day making jam. What could she possibly have to hide? Only satisfying ending this game could pull off is Iggy knocking out that guy with a single clean uppercut. A bit of ragdoll wouldn't hurt either. Yeah, this route Iggy's fine. So, like, I get the impression that that other route was like Iggy's route, where we got like more info on Iggy, and he might not even be like a player in the other routes. Hey, I see you were immediately getting to the new redeems there, Ratchet. You just had to, because of the pop. Oh, that hurt. So, a bonk. I got bonked. Oh, thank you for that afterwards. I needed that. I don't know. We haven't talked much since you moved in. Moved in? Your Gran isn't from here? No, she came a few months back to take care of me after his mom went missing. Did you know your Gran before? Not really, no. It's been years since I'd seen her. Luca, don't take this the wrong way. But are we sure your Gran is on the up and up?
Luca gazed out the window.
Ratchet! Is that all? Wait, you're just gonna use all your points on this, aren't you? You're just... She's been on this for a while then, huh? Most likely, yeah. She's probably been on this since she got here. I'm just saying. It sounds like strange stuff has been happening since she showed up. We could say the same thing about your family, but you're right. Luca, your Gran is hiding something. And Pa always says, folks only bury stuff worth digging up. You thought Gran was from town? No, she wasn't. They revealed that pretty early on. If my Gran really is hiding something, don't you think I would have noticed by now? That's kind of the whole point of hiding something. You need to save a few to drag on. I guess you're right. Gran's been leaving the house for hours at a time this week. I'll call you two tomorrow when the coast is clear, and we can start getting to the bottom of this. I'm always game for a good snoop. You can count me in. Yes, I am very much feeling like this is what's going to lead to the true ending. Like, there's no way that this isn't the route that goes to the true ending. Aw, thanks, Ratchet. You felt like bonking me a bit, and now you had to do that. Whoops, Miss Clerk. Damn it. I had faith in you for a second. You're not getting your points back. I'm sorry.
Summer forged ahead, but the nights only seemed to grow colder.
It's the same route where you delivered jams. True. Oh, I forgot that we did that. And I get the distinct impression that those jams had secret messages in them. But I kind of caught on to that, like, when I was actually delivering them. Especially with how creepy and weird that one guy was when we got the jams. Ah, there it is. I appreciate it. I'm not bad. I promise. Stop it.
Luca walked home slowly under the pale starlight, cautious to avoid any more
Maybe
surprises.
they had to deliver
lurking
to,
in
and the fact that she says give it to the top two to them. Yeah, and the fact that they were labeled too.
Reaching home, he slipped quietly into bed, half dreading what they might discover the next
By the way,
day.
now that we're going to sleep, we're probably going to get another weird dream. Or not. No, I guess not. Okay. What time is it? You did play more visual novels like this one. It's very common to those VNs to have true ending BS its own timeline. Some entries of Zero Escape even did that to some extent. Yeah, but like there was still like one sec, like there was still like a definitive line that led to the true ending and that eventually locked you out until you went and did all the other ones. So I'm getting the impression that this one is the true ending line, but we'll see. Like, for example, Zero Escape had going down a set number of doors be the right one, and you could go down those doors right at the start of the game, but you won't have the information you need to proceed past that point until you did another route and got the information. You know? Ayo, the gang's here. Rolo, what on earth is that? The fucking hat. He's got his thinking cap on. He's ready. That ridiculous thing on your head. Oh, this? It helps me think. It is a thinking cap. You're gonna need a lot more of those. Not the first one. Virtue's Last Reward was like that too. You could easily go onto the true route path of Virtue's Last Reward and get locked out and forced to go onto other routes until you have to come back to that one. Virtue's Last Reward was like that too. And Zero Time Dilemma was like that too. So yes, I think this is the true ending path, but we're going to get stuck at one point where we're going to need a charm from somewhere else to come back to this path. I don't think that's such a hot take. Shush your play through the games now. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I won't say anything more. I won't. I'm sorry. It's not a spoiler. It's just that that's just the flow of the game. Well, we'll see. He's laughing when I crack this case wide open. The coast is clear. Yep, whatever she's been up to this week, it's been keeping her busy most of the day. Play faster, noise. Play faster, or else I'll spoil the whole fucking game. I got my gun. The game is afoot.
Luca and Beck rolled their eyes as Rolo strutted across the room.
If I were a Gran, where would I hide my deepest, darkest secrets? Perhaps where you might least expect it. See you guys later. I'm gonna go play zero. No, what have you done, Tofu?
Rolo flung open the cabinet with confidence.
It would be so funny if he actually found something here.
Dust hit his face.
I think it's safe to assume anything that dusty isn't what we're looking for. Maybe that's what she wants you to think. Then again, any good detective knows not to trust their first hunch. First hunches are for suckers. Rolo's gonna eventually stumble onto something huge, isn't he? Eureka! She lit a fire in order to burn the evidence. She keeps that fire going every day, Rolo. Drat, it may already be too late. Just think of the mounds of documents lost to ash. Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. Can we just think for a moment? Luca, is there anywhere where Gran doesn't want you to go? Yeah, the closet upstairs. So maybe it stands to reason that we should check there first. No dice, it's locked. Well, ayo! That's definitely the most suspect place in the house. Look who stands to reason now. And I have no idea where the key is. If it really is important, then she probably keeps it with her. Anywhere else? She has her berry bushes. Who has ever thought, I'm going to take this important thing and huck it in a bush? True. Anything else? Maybe something out of the ordinary? Well, she is always worried I'll break her fancy dishwire in the kitchen. But it doesn't matter anyway, I can't reach the latch.
A look of realization crept onto Luca's face. All three kids snapped to glance at each other, then sprinted in turn toward the kitchen.
We're gonna break those, aren't we? Alright, Rolo, this is your time to shine. Ah, yes. You called upon my extra detective skills. Now I shall proceed
Before
with...
he could finish, Luca scrambled up Rolo's back.
Hey, this is my idea of detective work. Every good lockback needs a sturdy head to sit on. I really hope we don't end up breaking all the dishes. No, I need to train in every multiplayer game you play so that I can stomp you and make up for Noise's absence. Good luck. Good luck. I'll see you tomorrow in Smash, maybe? Or no. Or you're not going to be there for Smash. Got it.
The three crowded around the hutch to peer in. With the glass
No,
doors opened,
aw.
a perfect porcelain display gleamed. Their eyes searched for it, but the only distinct feature was its impeccability.
Well, that was anticlimactic. Yeah. I don't really know what we were expecting. You'll be in stream, though, hopefully? Okay, good. Like, oh, hey, let me just yank on this random teacup and...
pulled on one of the teacups. It slanted forward with a hollow click. The entire hutch began to rustle and slide under its own power.
There actually was a secret fucking door. Seems like your gran has been doing some remodel. How did you just build that in a house? How did you just build that in a house? Oh my gosh. Dude, only 2 types of people have secret layers. Evil masterminds and superheroes. So which one do we think she is? Probably superhero. We're about to find out. We're gonna learn stuff. This is gonna be this big reveal. The original house probably didn't have that. She wasn't even here 6 years ago, though, Noise. She's only been here for a couple months. Seems weird. So more of an unhinged conspiracist vibe. We'll find out, though. Oh, wow. Yeah, this cannot be good. We'll need to look around before jumping to conclusions. Oh, yeah, obviously. But let's find out.
Jostled each cabinet drawer in turn. Only one was unlocked. He fingered through the filing cabinet, pausing at a bulging folder labeled Walter.
Who's Walter again?
For a long moment, he just stared at it.
Walter, it was Walter the kid? Oh, no, she's definitely good. There's, like, tons of evidence to imply that she's good. She's just, like, there's, like, absolutely no hint that she's evil, to be honest. Especially the letter that she wrote before to Rolo, right when, when Walter is Luca's father. Oh, okay. So the letter, like, you remember on the ice ending, we read a letter from Gran, right? So my impression of Gran is that she's doing some really sus shit, not because she particularly wants to, but because she's being forced into it to protect the family. And she's doing it because she honestly believes that that is the correct way to protect both Luca and Luca's mother. That is what I'm implying from the story right now. There's no way she's evil. There's no indication that she's evil. But there is indication that she's probably misguided or doing something that she shouldn't be to try and protect us. It's my dad. Oh, Walter is our dad, yeah. Yeah. Looks like some of his old medical files. Your dad was a doctor?
Luca nodded and caressed the label with his thumb.
Hey, Shadow Dragoon, how are you doing today? Are you gonna read it? Here, let me help.
Rolo swiped the folder from the drawer and began leafing through the pages.
You demand morally gray or worse characters and usually good archetypes? I mean, doing sus shit to protect your family is still pretty morally gray.
He whistled to himself, barely looking at the text.
How about you actually read some of it? One sec. Dense documents such as this are a lot like a cheeseburger. It's best to skip straight to the middle. That's where all the meaty bits live. To be honest, he's not wrong. Wow, I had no idea we were in the presence of the preeminent scholar in dense documents. And cheeseburgers. By all means, proceed.
He stopped at a page and mimed, holding up a monocle.
Here we are. Follow-up examination of Terrence Wilby. Patient shows further signs of paleness and malaise. Body temperature continues to drop. He now describes soreness of muscle and joints. This is similar to the symptoms exhibited by Mrs. Willoughby just a few days past. Still waiting on lab results from Joseph.
Lola looked up with heightened surprise.
See? Creepy. Yeah, that's kind of disturbing. Who's Joseph? That's Mr. Nuncreed's name. Wait.
Lola's finger traced across the page.
There's more scribbled in the margins. Could it be contagious? Mr. Willoughby claims the tap water at his home had been contaminated. Perhaps environmental? Lab results only raise more questions. It's like he came back to the report later and put in those notes. So it might be related to something else.
Rolo scanned through several more pages.
Here, the writing looks shaky. I just couldn't help her. The disease, or whatever it is, progresses so fast. And with his wife passing, Terence's condition follows close behind, exacerbated by the loss. Enough is enough. I need to take matters into my own hands.
Luca, staring blankly at the cabinet this whole time, spoke softly.
What does it say next?
Rolo rustled the folder, trying to loose more pages.
Some kind of disease is going around, apparently. There has to be
Luca
more.
frantically shoved the remaining cabinet folders, trying to find another labeled Walter.
Luca, I think that's the only one. It's alphabetical. What did he mean, enough is enough? How did he take matters into his own hands? This is bullshit.
Luca slammed the drawer shut.
Damn, the 12-year-old's pissed. He's swearing.
A spider web of string connected photos of people from the town, interspersed with hastily scrawled notes.
Well, she sure has kept herself busy. Is your gran a serial killer? Pretty sure she's not a serial killer, no. Guess the hidden compartment was in the original, because this has to be the original notes. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. Because I'm starting to get a vibe. Won't be ridiculous. Sure, she's just tracking the movements of everyone in town, out of the kindness of her heart. She put little symbols by some of them. Yeah, Mr. Nuncreed has a check mark. The clipboards are all inside a big circle. Those are both with question marks. Gus Valentine has a question mark. Harris has a question mark that's been crossed out. Mr. Kerr has a bullseye. The killer has chosen her next victim. I am completely okay with killing Mr. Kerr. Go for it, Gran. Kill that bitch. We don't know what any of this means. Whatever it means, it's probably not good. What do we have here? Barrels marked caution, explosive, and jam jars? That's enough jam to feed the whole town. What kind of incendiary jam is your gran making? We got a new pin. She wouldn't have had me walk around town delivering bombs, right? Only one way to find out.
Rolo casually spun open a lid and dipped his finger in the jam.
Huckleberries.
He smacked his lip.
A hint of brown sugar and ink? What?
Rolo plunged his hand in the jar, fishing out a soggy slip of paper.
Aha!
Rolo offered the slimy note to Luca and licked his fingers clean.
It's addressed to Mrs. Fratelli. A grand jammed gram? It says, last night I used the disguise Eris provided to scout the location. The timing window should be possible. Operation Sparkplug is a go. Aw, man, are they doing a heist? Whatever it is, it can't be good. I have a feeling they're trying to shut this shit down. They realize something's going on, and they're like, we need to fuck them up. She was trying to make a shortcut to China. I wouldn't be surprised. So more of a bombshell than a bomb, am I right? You're new here, so I'll let it slide. But I'm the bad joke guy around here. Alright, let's take a look at this.
They crowded around a worn-down old map of Beacon Pines.
Cool, this looks like a treasure map. Not every old map is a treasure map, Rolo. Yeah, but every treasure map is an old map. He ain't wrong. All things considered, he ain't wrong. Can't fault that logic. Look, there's even a pathway drawn on it. It starts at the entrance to town. And if we follow it...
Rolo carefully traced the path with his finger.
It leads right
He
to...
jabbed down at the end point.
Town Square? That's the fountain in the middle of town. What a weird place to hide treasure. Rolo, that doesn't look like treasure to me. The end of the path on the map has the same symbol as those explosives over there. So it's not hiding treasure? In this route, Luca doesn't know that the hazmat suits are related to perennial harvest, and that perennial harvest is basically evil, right? No, he doesn't. It's probably a map of the frozen town. I agree with that, Fire Ninja. That's like very, very logical conclusion stuff there. A real bummer. Rolo, what's the thing you've been excited about for the past month? The festival. Did you just say gulp? This feels like a gulp kind of situation. Everyone will be gathered near the center of town. She's gonna blow up the festival? No, I don't think she is. Not if we stop her. What was that?
Luca looked up from the map.
What was what? No, I heard it too. That was the front door. Which means someone just shut the door. Which means someone's upstairs. Quiet. Hit the lights.
Beck flicked off the light, and they became statues in the dark. Overhead, creaking floorboards bent under slow, deliberate steps.
I don't think they are blowing up town square. I think, as I said, it's a map of the old town, and that exclamation mark is mentioning that that's where the source was. Because there was like a serious problem there. And like that, and I think that source is what causes the big freeze. Somehow, which we don't know yet.
The kids looked up, the tilt of their necks following each footfall.
Shit's getting intense, though.
Then suddenly, it stopped. Without realizing, they'd been holding their breath. All three exhaled.
I don't know, actually.
glanced
That's a
at
good
each other.
question, Ofu.
A muffled male voice broke the silence.
Hello?
A final few footsteps reached the entrance above them, and the voice now echoed down the stairs.
Anyone down there?
The three kids shuffled to the corners without a peep. As he began to descend the stairs, the man's voice punctuated every new step. Thump.
Hey, Sage, how are you doing today? Yoo-hoo! I'm not here to hurt anyone. I'm just here to help. Just...
At the bottom step, the man paused, squinting to search the room for signs of life.
You're good? That's good. Guess it's
Willow
nothing.
shifted suddenly. Luca gave him an intense, chastising look and whispered through clenched teeth.
Don't.
Rollo was already inching toward the stairway. He screeched as he charged toward the shadowy figure.
Oh no, Rolo's being dumb! Flaming chicken coop! Oh no,
With all
Rolo!
his weight, Rollo tackled the man
Rolo! Mysterious creepy man? Anyone
from
there?
the dark corner.
Well, I didn't know if I had it in me, but it was the only way to find out. Holy crap, Rolo, that was awesome. Wait, did you just kill that person?
Luca scrambled to the hunched, pressing his fingers to the man's neck.
You sure clobbled him good, Rolo. He's knocked out
As
cold.
Beck flicked back on the light, Luca and Rollo both gasped in stereo.
Mr. Tolliver? Yeah, we knew that already, though.
Chapter 7. The Interrogation of Hiram Tolliver.
We're gonna
Still
fucking
unconscious,
interrogate him?
Mr. Tolliver slumped heavily in a shoddy old chair. His hands were bound with rope, his feet tied with some loose
I think we're gonna get
string.
some fucking answers, finally.
The kids huddled in a circle, discussing their plan. One thing was certain. They couldn't just let Mr.
We're gonna
Tolliver
fucking
go.
interrogate him. Holy shit.
They needed to know what he was doing in Luca's house. After some deliberation, it was
They run a classic good cop, chill cop. What? Good cop, chill cop. What kind of choice is this? The kids commit a felony. Hard cop makes the most sense here, right? Ah, yes, the classic. Let's do hard cop.
they'd run the classic good cop, hard cop.
Good cop, chill
interrogation.
cop.
Rollo brandished a steely gaze. I've got this. Read about it 100 times.
Good cop, bad cop interrogation. Let's fucking go. Well, he's tied to
Rollo
a chair.
swaggered past the chair which propped
One sec,
up
I'm
the
gonna check
slumping
something.
Hiram Tolliver.
Seems like some paths that lead to dead ends, they just, like, stop. Like, there's more trails than this, but it's only showing the, Look at him just interrogated there. If he doesn't know too much, mystery even exposing the entire plot in a single scene with a single NPC is a bit gosh. Well, we'll see.
Without even looking at his captive, he began with a long, blustery drawl.
Well, Mr. Tulliver.
Mr. Tolliver remained motionless.
The way they've done the story so far, they seem to know better than to do that.
Rollo
We'll see.
spun around to face him. He'd clearly expected to rouse Mr. Tolliver with his booming voice.
No, I think he's still unconscious.
Beck and Luca gave each other an unsure glance. Rollo slammed his fist on...
I said, Mr. Tolliver!
...the table lamp and beamed it onto...
Oh, there we go.
Mr.
He's awake
Tolliver
now.
groaned and slowly lifted his head.
I think good cop, chill cop is the better option, but this should be fun too. I have a feeling one of the options is going to work, and the other option is going to lead to an ending in some way.
He recoiled with a muddled, weary squint.
Yeah, that is true, Noise. I don't know what he's supposed to be. What in the
The
world?
chair wobbled as he attempted to straighten up.
Who? Who's there?
Mr. Tolliver could only make out rough shapes through the glaring light. With a gruff tone, Rollo hoped to both conceal his voice and intimidate.
I'd be asking the questions here, punk. Now hold on, let's just calm down. Oh, I am calm. Calm as a carrot in dirt. As for you, looks like you're
The
sweating.
doubtful expression on Beck and Luca's faces transformed into awe.
We could do this my way, or... Well, let's just say I've never needed another way.
Rollo, hitting his stride,
He's
was now
doing a good
channeling
job at
every
this.
detective trope his memory could recall. He slammed the table again.
Channeling all of the detective tropes. Let's go. Now dance. What? I don't
Mr.
even.
Tolliver's voice became desperate.
Shit, he's
He
nailing
was
it.
nearly in tears.
You tied me down. How on earth could I dance? Dance with your mouth, punk. Spill the beans. What are you doing poking around this house? I'm here to help Juniper. To make sure everything's ready. Oh, so you're in cahoots with Gran?
Mr.
Gran?
Tolliver was in a daze, now more confused than ever.
Gonna help her blow up the festival? Blow up the festival?
He shook his head, feeling more and more dizzy.
He doesn't know shit. No, you've got it all wrong. Where is she now? She's headed to the source. Source? Oh, the source again. That's one weird tiger. It is, yeah. The source, though, man. We heard it again. What's the source? It's where
His voice faded to a whisper.
the town began. Hey, thank you, Yo-Yo Wait for follow. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoy your time here. How are you today? Jesus doing with the electronics store. She's just going to the source to pick up a new iPhone. Where it all began. What is Operation Sparkplug?
With that, Mr. Tolliver passed out cold.
Finally caught me on stream. Finally seeing you on my channel in chat. I'm finally seeing you in chat. I fucked that up. I fucked that up. But that's what's good. That's what's important. Is that I welcomed you, and we're having a good time.
Rollo swung around with a repentant grimace.
We're playing a pretty heavy story-based game right now, so spoiler warning. I'm planning to finish this game today, though. Damn, Rollo. I think you went a little too hard on him. What did you say about the source? It's where the town began? We need more information. Yeah, but we better not push Mr. Tolliver any farther. Is there anyone else who might know more? What about the History Museum? It's got set up for the festival. Nah, that tent was put up by the Valentines. Everything they do is just a bunch of fluff to glorify themselves. So fucking true. Is there anything more relatable? The library. If there's any information about the source thing, Kaido can help us find it. Let's go get some answers. We're gonna learn about the source. This is a dang nice library. Thanks, we work hard on it. Aren't you a little young to be a librarian? Oh, Kaido hung out here so much, eventually they just gave him a set of keys. I just keep an eye on the place for Mrs. Novak sometimes. They got you working for free, so they just leave that dude tied up in the basement? Yeah, looks like it. Why not? Oh, they just... You and Holy Mike are on the same wavelength, Noise. It's quiet, and I get access to all the books I can read. What more could a person want? Fair enough. What can I do for you all? We need a favor. I already told you in Rolo. I can't put you up any higher on the wait list for the next Hank Atomic. And if you're here with more candy, I'll have you know I can't be bought. Call it a personal code of conscience. Actually, we were looking to do some research. Now you're speaking my language. What are you looking for? That's the thing. We sort of don't know. What do you got in the history of the town? There's the county record archives. What's in those? Births, deaths, newspaper clippings, stuff like that. Pretty boring reading. But they do go all the way back to when the town was founded. Great, we'll start there.
Chapter 8. 6 feet under, 3 towns over.
This is the farthest we've ever gone chapter-wise, by the way. That's another reason why I suspect this is the true ending route. No one else in the entire town knows about this basement, especially not the bad guys, am I right? Hey, nice page.
The kids spent the rest of the afternoon combing through dusty piles of old county records, desperately searching for anything that could help them make sense of Mr. Tolliver's cryptic utterance. Luca tried to shake the thought of Gran's basement, but his focus wavered.
Check the page number. Oh my gosh. You fucking... Alright.
Explosives, messages hidden in jam, dossiers on various town figures, and a corkboard threaded with photos. Gran was the only
Their
family he had
children.
left.
Nice.
He still couldn't bring himself to believe the worst. But the old map with the symbol of explosives in town square made that difficult. As the sun began to set, the kids were no closer to the truth.
Damn, we've been researching for hours and we found nothing. If I have to read any more records, my eyeballs are gonna pop. We have to keep digging. If I dig another world, I'm gonna end up in one of these asinine death records. Rollo Clotter lived a full and wonderful life, till he read so much boring crud that his brain oozed out of his ears. You saw you didn't mean it like that. You just see the number and the brain goes nice. You know, I respect it.
Rollo shut his book with an assertive nod.
We bonk him with the power of friendship. You got a better idea, spit it out. You sound like my sister. Keep pushing your luck, pal. And it won't be boring country records that kill you. I'll put you in the obituaries myself.
Rollo muttered under his breath.
You're a country record. Really? That's the best you got? When I'm done with you, you'll be a footnote in history.
Beth
Just
slammed
like
her finger down on the open page before glancing down to read.
J. Hartford here. I'd love to see you try. Hey, hey, hey. We're all a little tired. Something tells me J. Hartford was actually a really important name. Let's just take a minute and...
Something tickled the back of Luca's mind.
Wait, what was that name, Beck? In the obituary? J. Hartford. From the Brookville Tribune 8 years ago. That can't be right. What is it? J. Hartford. That's my grand's name. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh. What? We've got an imposter. Holy shit. Maybe there are 2 J. Hartfords? Miss Hartford is survived by her young daughter, E. Hartford. My mom's name is Eleanor. Oh. My gosh. Okay, this is getting creepy. If your grand is 6 feet under, 3 towns over, then who am I living with?
The question hung in the air.
Holy shit. Alright, gang, I gotta close up for the night.
Beck rubbed her eyes.
How late is it? Almost 10. Oh crap, Pa's gonna kill me. I gotta go. Yeah, my parents will be worried sick. Okay, let's meet up as early as we can at the festival tomorrow. What are you gonna do about the unconscious man in your basement? I'll think of something. I'll think of something about the unconscious man in my basement.
Luca's heart was pounding as if he was lucky. Gran, or whoever it was, hadn't gotten back yet.
Damn, dude. Gran not be... That's actually kind of crazy. I did not expect that.
And of course, there was Mr. Tolliver tied up and unconscious in the basement. Dealing with him would be the first order of business. Luca shook out his arms to calm his nerves before entering.
Oh, Gran is home.
He held perfectly still, tempering his breath, and listened closely.
I still don't think
She
she's
was
evil.
asleep. His only hope was that she hadn't found Mr. Tolliver before dozing off.
But she doesn't know that? Ooh, good guess, Fire Ninja. We do have... That would be an interesting guess, wouldn't it? He's gone. Oh, no.
Mr. Tolliver was nowhere to be seen.
Oh, my goodness. Maybe he woke up, escaped from his bindings, and left without a trace?
Or maybe Gran knew everything.
What do I do?
Lucas' hungry stomach groaned. Not realizing it, he'd gone the entire day without eating.
Grandma's about to kebab us? Oh, gosh. That was one thought I had, and probably correct. The other thought I had was that she faked her death with more work behind the scenes. We'll see, yeah. I still don't think she's evil, but we'll see. Let's eat a little brain food.
Luca rushed over to the pile of jam jars and
Oh no, you shouldn't be eating the jam.
he flipped the lid to read the label.
Mr. Nuncreed. Okay, now I could think. So if Gran knows we tied up Mr. Tulliver, so Luca just ate some of the jam that was meant for Mr. Nuncreed. Is this the same day Luca pouted? This would have been the same day Luca pouted, yes. In the other route. If she doesn't know, then I need to play it cool. I guess the only other option is to go to bed and act as if nothing is wrong. Gran will think Mr. Tulliver finished what he set to do and left when he was done. Luca just doesn't eat this day regardless. Oh! Gran? Okay, stick to the plan. Go to bed, play it cool. Gran's onto you.
As Luca climbed the final stair, the emotion of the day dragged heavily on him. With each consecutive step, his legs weakened.
Uh-oh.
His stride began to falter. He tried to grab for the railing to steady himself. Something was wrong.
Yep, something about the jam he ate. Come on, legs. Just a few more steps.
Luca groaned and tried to move. His limbs might as
So
well
the
have been
jam
bolted to
that
the ground.
she sent to Mr. Nuncreed had some shit in it. Nuncreed is that boring guy, right? I believe it was.
Through numb lips, he mumbled just before falling asleep.
Eating mysterious substances in evil basements. What a mood. The germ? The germ. He knew it was the jam, yeah. Sweet boy. What did you get yourself into? I still don't think she's evil. Just misguided, if worse. Rest now and let me handle everything.
Chapter 9. A speech to end all speeches.
Chapter 9. Ooh, we're getting pretty deep into this, aren't we? Not a game over? Yeah. One second, I'm just checking something. I think we might be near the end of the game.
Luca awoke to find himself face down in bed.
As long as the game doesn't picture her as an angel who did nothing wrong. I doubt it will. We'll see, though. Mutated Iggy? We'll see.
He moaned into his pillow. Why would Gran drug him? Or rather, why was she trying to drug Mr. Nuncreed?
Yeah, why was she trying to drug Mr. Nuncreed? A good fucking question.
Shaking the questions from his woozy head, Luca snapped back to the matter at hand.
The festival. We have to go. This might be a really long cutscene. We'll see, though. Where have you been? Gran put something in the jam. Yeah, we know. Secret messages for secret conspirators. Not this one. The one intended for Mr. Nuncreed. Put me to sleep. Whoa. Sly devil. Sly, I got a new thing. I think she's trying to remove him from the equation. He might be in danger. Have you found anything? We looked around, but haven't seen anything odd. Your Gran is nowhere to be found. But Mr. Nuncreed is loafing around waiting for the speech. She had Nuncreed targeted, right? Yeah, no, I don't... That was Kerr that was targeted. Yeah, he was a checkmark. Any visual represents you an evil character and at the last second pulls the biggest BS to justify everything they've done. Or you see he was actually in a parallel universe and hugging the guy's... Yeah, I definitely feel that. What speech? Mayor Gus got up to the podium. Everyone is gathering at the stage. Let's get moving. We're gonna get some plot bombs here, I think.
Augustus Valentine nervously wiped his brow.
Ahem. Is this thing... hello, Beacon Pines. I'm Augustus Valentine, your mayor, and... I suppose you already know that. Oh yes, before we get started, I just wanted to take a moment to recognize someone who couldn't be here today. The town wouldn't be here today without my father, Sharper Valentine. Oh yeah, Iggy did say he did something to the sign, right? So that we could begin with a round of applause befitting such a great man. Weak-ass applause there. Even that's more than the old cogger deserved.
Gus cleared his throat and awkwardly loosened his tie.
The corn dog vendor is their favorite character. Hell yeah. Right, where was I?
William Kerr bounded on the stage with the energy of a preacher at a big tent revival.
Gus Valentine, everyone.
He gave Gus a hearty slap on the back and motioned him off the stage.
Fuck you, Kerr. Let's hear it for our mayor. Mayor's definitely a pawn. Heck, I didn't prepare anything, but I suppose I could say a few words. Would be ashamed to waste such a beautiful podium.
Mr. Kerr pulled a thick stack of note cards out from his vest.
Community, conviction, commitment. These are the things we celebrate at Perennial Harvest. For us, these are the pillars of the bridge to a better tomorrow. Actually, I'm curious. Let me check something first, because I just got a card, right? I got Sly. We can use Sly here. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Oops. Intriguing, intriguing. Okay, well, let's go back. And if we could also use Sly when talking to Rolo's sister. Oh, let me check. No, I can't. But I could use it here. But I think it's time to add a new pillar. Change. Change is a powerful thing. It's inexorable, unavoidable, and undeniable. And I am dadgum thankful for it. Change is the reason we're all together today. It's hard for me to believe that it was only 4 years ago when fate brought me here. Nice that the game lets you check this at any time. I agree, I like that. Throw a tomato at him. Huh, 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 huh. I'm throwing as much as I can. My invisible tomatoes, they're working, I promise. You just can't see them. A simple business trip, which brought me to a small town, which would change my life forever.
Mr. Kerr took a moment to survey the crowd. He
You know what?
wiped away a single
Oh,
tear.
you fucking bitch. You don't actually care about us. Buy a corn dog and then throw it? I agree with that. But this place has held me captive. You see, change represents opportunity. It represents potential. It was change that helped me recognize the potential of this place. See that the people of this town, despite suffering great loss, still held on to the things that made them special.
He thumped
This
the podium
fucking
to
guy, I know,
emphasize each
right?
word.
Community, conviction, commitment. Change.
Mr. Kerr nodded confidently.
To be fair, this
biting
story,
his lip.
like, they pretty much said at the very beginning that this story is about change. So, like, he's basically summing up the theme of this game, like, entirely right here.
The crowd was silent, in rapt attention.
Fate made a perfect match that day. Nothing is more important to you all than community. And perennial harvest is a community first and foremost.
Mr. Kerr methodically made eye contact with each section of the crowd.
The only way you made it through the foul harvest was an unshakable conviction. He is a delight to have on screen. A conviction that a better tomorrow is just over the horizon. Perennial harvest was founded on the conviction that we are the horizon. It takes, yeah, I agree. It does take talent to make someone you just hate. The symbol of our commitment to each other.
His voice began to build to a crescendo.
We will now walk hand in hand into a future we will shape together. And this is what change is all about. You're murdering me as soon as you're murdering Mike as soon as you get your hands on him. I agree. Murder Mike. He shouldn't have said that. Shake my head. Change is a choice. I am tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? Just imagine what we can accomplish. Uh-oh. Is that the big freeze? I think that... Was that the big freeze?
The crowd began to look around nervously.
Don't worry. A little thunder isn't going to ruin this day. Everyone remain calm.
Mr. Kerr quickly flicked through his note cards.
It's coming. Winter is coming. That speech made your brain fall out? Me too. Where was I? Through all my travels, I have learned one true thing. One always reaps what they sow. We have all planted a lot of good in this town. And so, it is with happy heart that I can proclaim...
He raised his hands up to the heavens.
Our harvest awaits. And there it goes.
At that moment, a merciless wall of impossibly cold air ripped through the crowd, instantly freezing everyone and everything it touched. For a man like William Kerr, this was a fitting way for things to end.
Wow.
On a stage, with an entire town frozen in rapt attention for the rest of time. The end.
There's that ice again! Whenever I think we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything. Maybe we should just quit? Maybe you should just close
No,
the book,
don't give up.
walk away and never think of me again.
No, we got a little closer this time. We just need to try again, please.
We will try again. Okay, so whatever is going on, that exclamation mark, honestly, Gran might be the one that's triggering that freeze. Maybe not intentionally, though. It's very possible that they might be trying to do something, and they're accidentally killing everybody with ice. So not quite the correct path. I still think this route is the true ending. It's just we have to go down this path instead. All right, let's try Sly here. The artwork on the left pages is so good. It is. All right, let's try Sly here.
They'd run the classic good cop, sly cop interrogation.
This might give us more information from him because we won't be pushing him so hard.
Luca and Rollo ducked behind a barrel, leaving Beck to her task.
Ah, Beck is the one doing this one
With
now.
a few crisp snaps, she roused Mr. Tolliver.
What? What's going on here? I'm assuming if we choose the chill one, it would have been Luca doing the interrogation. He probably wouldn't have gotten any information. That's my guess. The two hazards we saw on the right side path probably screwed something up. Yep, I could see that. Just the pages, not just the pages. All the art, yeah, all the artwork in this game is amazing. You're that mode wheel girl. Please call me back. Sorry about all
Mr.
this.
Tolliver looked down and shifted a bit, testing his restraints.
It seems there's been a mix-up. You see, I'm down here for the same reason you are. Juniper sent you? Oh! Oh, Beck is good. Oh, that is a great way to get information out of someone. Oh. That is sly.
Beck caught herself before letting the surprise manifest on her face. She'd already gotten him to reveal his relation to Gran.
Damn, she's good.
This was gonna be easy.
You know how Juniper is with her precautions. Operation Sparkplug has us all on edge. I guess she thought you needed some backup. But she sent a child? What better way to avoid prying eyes? Who would suspect a kid? I suppose that makes sense.
Mr. Tolliver wriggled a bit in his restraints.
Damn, Beck is good. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Beck quickly removed the ropes.
That had to be uncomfortable. A little, yeah. But you understand. We never know who to trust in this town.
Mr. Tolliver rubbed the growing knot on his forehead.
She. Very true. So it turns out we're both here
Beck
to
twirled her hand, as if to prompt Mr. Tolliver to finish her thought.
destroy the evidence.
Beck shook her head and clicked her tongue.
Oh my gosh, Beck is fucking good. Beck is just trailing him along. What? How'd you miss that? They mentioned it multiple times. You can't read. You have reading comprehension like Master, it sounds like. Yep, the old gal is nothing if not
Mr.
thorough.
Tolliver let out an amused huff in agreement.
She sure is. Can't blame her, though. If anyone were to find out that we're going to destroy the source... Welp. That's probably what triggers the big freeze. Oh! Oh! Do you remember what happened in the right side route? It was like that one girl with the hat. She was talking about like, oh, those fireworks must have been just enough, right? She said that. And she said that if you accidentally provide too much energy, it would explode. Like you saw, like when those fireworks went down the hole, the ice like blew up, but it stopped right at the crater, which means they're trying to destroy the source, but they have no idea that too much power is going to cause that freeze. And that's probably what's causing that. They don't have the exact amount of power they need to destroy it properly. If anyone found out we're going to destroy the source, well, we both know how bad that might be. No one will know anything once I finish cleaning things up down here.
Beck was on a roll now, playing Mr. Tolliver like a fiddle.
You sure can't finish this up on your own? Juniper trusted me for a reason. You can leave the rest to me. Good. There's one more loose end I'll go work on. Loose end? Oh, it's nothing, really. The other day, I had the radio on scan while restocking the candy shelf. And wouldn't you know it, I intercepted an odd phrase from a perennial harvest transmission. Underground secrets. That's ominous. I think it might be a password, but Juniper dismissed it. She said it wasn't mission critical. What's the password for? We don't know. So we have a password and nowhere to put it. It's gotta mean something, right? Good thinking. You should probably go work that out. I've got this under control. That's a relief. Between you and me, this basement gives me the willies.
Heading for the stairs, Mr. Tolliver hesitated. She grinned and gave with a shrug. He continued up the stairs, whistling a jaunty tune.
Beck is a fucking legend. You guys catch that? Sure did. This whole time, Mr. Tolliver's had a candy shelf. But all he ever sold us is apples. She killed it. Oh, that was good. No way she didn't mess up. How? How could she have not messed? Anyway, I'm now pretty damn sure that okay, this is my theory. This is my fucking theory. Okay? The source. I don't know what the source is yet, but it's important. 2, the perennial people are trying to use the source for some nefarious deeds. But they don't know that some people are trying to destroy it. And it's probably the Valentines that are trying to destroy it. So the Valentines are trying to destroy the source, and the perennials are trying to use the source. The problem is the Valentines and Gran and all these people who are working to destroy the source have no idea how unstable that thing is. So when they destroy it, they accidentally kill everybody in the town with the big freeze. That's my guess. So they're trying to do something with the source to really try and stop whatever evil shit Perennial is trying to do with the source. And by destroying it, they accidentally fuck everything up worse. Figure out how Beck's mom plays into this. Or how Luca's mom plays into this, too. Anyway, that's my headcanon. That's my theory right now. Actually, what? Do you got a theory, too?
Beck blinked slowly in disappointment.
At the speech, I didn't see Gran or Beck's mom there. Good point, yeah. Beck's mom is in on some shit, too, I bet. The password, Rolo. Well, sure, but once things are back to normal, I'll be having a word with Mr. Tulliver about the candy shell. Fine. In the meantime, I've got an idea.
She turned to the table and began tearing small scraps of paper.
He said he heard a password on the radio. Any good spy transmission is never what it seems.
Beck marked each scrap of paper and leaned back.
We just need to find the hidden meeting. Okay. What's another word for underground? Buried, covered, could be a cover-up? Maybe it's one of those each letter is a number thingies. So U would be 21. N would be 14. D would be... Oh, it's an anagram. Nun Creed's drugstore. Damn, Luca! What the fuck? He just instantly gets that?
Luca and Beck looked at Rollo with amazement.
Rollo, that was incredible. Well, it's either that or Kren's nude bookstore. We never got to know that the range on that ice cube is. It could be more than a single town getting frozen. Yeah, we don't. It could be like, they could be fucking stuff up real bad. And the only thing that we know from another route that can destroy the source safely are fireworks. Those fireworks specifically that are buried under the tree. We know, but the thing is, we know that the fireworks are just enough to destroy the source safely. But none of the characters of the game know that. Unless we could somehow give them that information. Rollo's one brain cell working hard. Yeah, I think you were right the first time. How did you do that? What can I say? I love ciphers. Well, I guess we would know where to go next. Nun Creed's drugstore. Rollo's one brain cell working extra hard. Who's this? You scared me half to death. Sorry. You kids haven't seen Mr. Tulliver around, have you? Nope. He's got me waiting around like the last slice of pie. I swear, that man would be late to his own funeral. Very good thing that Mr. Tulliver is an idiot. Otherwise, we would have a really hard time getting information. Wait. Can I be cool? Wait, there's like an exclamation mark. Where is it? And it's popping up. Where? How do I... There we go. Okay. Fuck. There we go. Now I could be cool. Definitely not the time for this, but I needed to do that. You're late, Augustus. Sorry, sister. Because was caught up with work. Work? You? I had a few more details to lock down for the festival. Oh, what do you have to report? Which is that in Spittown festival really about? I think...
Tess looked around nervously.
I think Mr. Kerr really does just want to do something good for the town. Wow, this guy really has no fucking idea, does he? This guy has absolutely got no fucking idea what's going on, does he? He's actually a pretty nice guy. You should spend some time with him. Oh my gosh. This guy is fucking clueless. I didn't pull the strings installing you as mayor so that you could make friends. Oh, it was her that made them mayor. She's the one behind the Valentine shenanigans, that's for sure. Your job is to help me figure out what Kerr and Perennial Harvest's true intentions are with this town. We have a responsibility. This is our father's town. Was. Excuse me? This was our father's town. He's gone, Eris, and he isn't coming back. Father left us with nothing but problems. Mr. Kerr came here and offered to help us. We accepted that help. We didn't agree to them turning Father's warehouse into a toxic dumping ground. That's just a temporary arrangement. The glow can be seen from our damn backyard. Okay, so they're aware of the toxic dumping ground. So whatever they're doing something with toxic waste. They are dumping their nasty little secrets on us. When all this inevitably goes wrong, who do you think will be blamed?
Eris's cry hung in the air.
We have a new choice to make now, sister. This town is going to change whether we like it or not. Are we going to choose to be part of that future, or be forgotten in the past? It's a shame. Father named you, but you will always just be a Gus. Good night, Eris. I'll see you at breakfast tomorrow. Honestly, other than the fact that this guy is completely clueless, he is right about needing to embrace change. Getting late, children. Where was this drugstore again? Oh, it was over here, right? Oh boy, this guy's here. We don't know much about him yet.
Solomon stood proudly at the entrance to the drugstore.
Solomon was the
holding
one.
a brown bag overflowing with black licorice.
Hey, Solomon. We're looking for Mr. Nuncreed. Is he still in there? I'm afraid not. Then where'd you get the candy from? You might say we have an arrangement.
Solomon shoveled a surprising amount of licorice into his mouth.
Sometimes it's the small pleasures in life, though we might not always have family to rely on. Licorice has never let me down. Well, I cannot say licorice would be my first choice, but whatever floats your boat. You can tell a lot about the person by their choice of confection. Black licorice? I don't think he said black licorice, he just said licorice. Solomon was the kid in the will, right? I think it was, Noise. I'm not 100% sure about that, though. I like sour gobs. I'm certain you do. I always wondered why Mr. Nuncreed kept licorice in stock. He must eat enough of it to make it worthwhile. There are many ways to earn loyalty. For some, it's as easy... Oh, I forgot that you did say that to me, Tofu. Wow. Well, we need to break into Nuncreed's drugstore somehow. Well, he's right. It's locked. There's got to be more clues. Okay, let's see. The answer's got to be around here somewhere. There must be a secret way in. The telephone booth. Have you ever seen anyone actually use this thing? Besides Mr. Nuncreed, no. Ayo!
Beck cupped her hands on the glass to peek inside.
That is not a normal phone booth. It's got, like, a blinky keypad. Why would there be a blinky keypad? I mean, credits, dude, drugstore. Underground secrets. The password.
Beck flung open the door, and they all squeezed in.
It's the TARDIS. It's bigger on the inside. You're right. This ain't a normal phone booth. Alright, let's see here.
Luca cracked his knuckles and entered the letters into the keypad.
Underground secrets. Sounds like that did something. Great, now what? I guess we...
The inside of the phone booth dropped loose from its shell. Without even the space to panic, they closed their eyes,
This is
held their breath,
advanced
accepted their
phone
fate.
booth.
Suddenly, the
classic
descent
SpongeBob.
slowed to an effortless landing. It was unclear where they ended up, but at least it was solid ground.
Harry Potter reference? Maybe. What the heck is going on here?
The air was stagnant and smelled vaguely of chlorine.
I knew it. You knew that there was a secret hub full of strange tubes under the phone booth? Of course I did. Didn't I say that? No. Laundromat? It's not just your average everyday laundromat, Holy Mike. This is advanced laundromat. You remember how when we said how cool it would be if the trans-dimensional conduits from Hank Atomic issue 12 were real? Rolo, at one point or another, you said that about every technology ever discussed in Hank Atomic. That's why I'm such a good predictor. It looks like each of these has something written on them. Mining Operations Alpha. You guys have mines here? Not that I know of. This town all farms and fertilizer. And a series of tubes. You thought it was a laundromat too? The characters are on the same wavelength of you, Noise. There are bodies inside, I wouldn't be surprised. Not sure how that wisdom applies in this exact situation. That's the thing about Pa, you don't always realize what he means until it's too late. Perennial Harvest Main Office. That's where my mom works. What does she do? See, science stuff. Is she involved in all of this? We just moved here. That is the cracked hazmat suit, you're right. Yo, Mr. Nuncreed might be the person that tried to abduct us. In fact, that seems like the likely option right now. How could she be involved? True. This suit has a broken mask. So, have we found our mysterious warehouse creeper? We at least found their hazmat suit. If it walks like a Nuncreed and talks like a Nuncreed, let's not jump to conclusions. Hey, Maple Syrup, how are you doing today? Thank you for stopping by again. Just saying. Valentine Fertilizer Warehouse. Isn't that where you almost got snatched? Yeah. Why would Perennial Harvest have a tube going to the old Valentine place? This is starting to feel like something big. That's a lot of buttons. You're doing meh? Well, hopefully your presence in this stream, I can help you convert from meh to slightly less meh. Stand aside, Earthlings. I've read enough Hank Atomic to know my way around sci-fi tech.
Rollo's hands hovered over the field of blinking buttons.
Eeny, meeny, miny. Oh no, Rollo. Rollo, what did you do? Nothing. I didn't even mow yet. What was that? Hide. Where? There's nothing but weird tubes down here. Just get back. Wow. Hi there, Mr. Nuncreed. How are you doing tonight? Shit. just shit. 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 Awesome. Okay, that was the best interaction in this game. So we're just shit. 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 Fuck yeah. You all need to come with me now. We aren't going anywhere with you. Not until we get some answers. Mr. Underground Secrets. I told them it was an absurd password. But they love anything that makes them feel clever. They who. That's no matter. If I could keep you hidden until after the festival, I might be able to save your skins. We don't care about our skins. Hold on now, I like my skin. How long have I been streaming for so far? Since 7 o'clock Eastern Standard, so about an hour and a half. No, we don't know who the corpse was at the shack, Fire Ninja. We don't even know anything about that other than the fact that it was dead. This all stops now, Nuncreed.
Joseph waited for a moment in silence.
You sound just like him. Who? Wait, Walt. You don't get to talk about my dad. You know, your father and I were friends back before.
He gestured toward the strange tubes.
All of this. That's a lie. It's true. I used to bounce you on my knee. What happened? Same thing that always happens. Reality, complications, life. Hey Kyler, how are you doing today? I apologize, but you might be really out of the loop with the story. You remember it having a name tag? Oh yeah, it did have a name tag. What was the name on that? I don't remember that. Anyone care to check the VOD and remind me? We were a team, Walt and I. An idealistic doctor and a bright-eyed pharmacist. Both hell-bent on helping folks. So you were his sidekick? No, we were partners. He helped the patients, and I helped him. You're so out of the loop with the story? Sorry. Yep, total sidekick.
Nuncreed let out a growl of a sigh.
You'll make up the story. Fair enough. Luca, I need you to know this. I need someone to know this. One day, Sharper Valentine comes to us. Says he's got an opportunity. He found something he didn't quite understand. And he was willing to pay us both handsomely to help him understand it. He's probably talking about the source right now. And my dad said no. Your father and I both believed in helping people. But the thing I could never get him to understand was, it's a lot easier to help others if you help yourself now and then. Very true. Classic sidekick into villain plotline. Walt loved being righteous, almost more than he loved his family. He was wrong about one thing, though. When he begged me not to take Valentine's offer, he said, Joseph, if a person says yes one more time to Sharper Valentine, he'll make sure they keep on saying yes to him until the day he's dead and gone.
He shook his head wistfully.
Sharper's long gone, but he still got me saying yes. Is there a point to this sob story? Not really, no. Just an old man trying to delay what needs doing.
Nuncreed took a menacing step towards the children.
We know Kung Fu, don't fuck with us. I tried to keep you safe. I tried to keep you and Juniper out of this. But you forced my hand.
Luca began to laugh.
What? You really don't know? My gran isn't out of this. She's been scheming right under your nose. Juniper? Seems like she's planning on crashing the town's party. She's going to disrupt the festival? Why would she?
The color drained from Nuncreed's face.
How does she know? Apparently she knows a lot of things. What? Let's just say this isn't the only underground layer we've busted into today. And honestly, hers is way cooler. She's got maps and explosives and bad intentions.
Nuncreed grabbed Luca by the shoulders.
The thing is,
Eyes
Nuncreed probably knows that the source will cause a huge problem. And that's why he's freaking out right now. Nuncreed is 100% in the know that blowing up that source is a terrible idea. You need to tell me what she's going to do right now. She doesn't understand what it is she's messing with. Yes, 100%. I was right about the story. Gran is trying to destroy the source. Gran doesn't know what the fuck the source is. Nuncreed is here, knows what the source is, and knows that fucking with it is gonna kill everybody. Tell me now. She's in danger. I don't know. She had a map with a mark in the fountain in town square. The fountain, but why would...
realization struck Mr. Nuncreed.
The source? We don't know what the source is, other than the fact that it's a giant hole, and there's something at the bottom of that hole in the original town that Beacon Pines game it was originally at. She knows about the source? What the heck is the source? If she tries to destroy the source, it could catalyze, and dear God, she's going to freeze us all. Yep, I told you, he knows what's going to happen. I guarantee that Juniper has no clue. You all need to run. Run where? Away. As far away from this town as you can get. Head west and don't look back. You're beat. Fucking hell, Kyler. Fucking hell. You would... Yeah, that deserves a bonk. Bonk that guy. Bonk that kid. Bonk both Mike and Kyler. Neither of them deserve to be spared. That did not go how I expected. So, we're totally following him, right? Totally. See you on the other side. You good? Yep. Don't worry about it, Fofu. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't ask questions you don't understand. We'll tell you when you're older. We'll tell you when you're older. I love this town. I love how Beck is just so totally into this.
Chapter 8. The Cold, Hard Truth.
The cold, hard truth.
Beck leapt up, allowing the suction to yank her into the dark.
Not safe. Yep, pretty much. Because ice is cold and hard, you know, like a double entendre. Ayo. We know about the big freeze for sure by this point in the story, so we know what's going to happen now.
Dimness eclipsed around her like the shutter of a camera, as she seemed to cover great distance in mere moments. Her only points of reference were glints of upcoming turns, which approached with frightening speed, only to carom her gracefully along. She heard the tinny, distant echoes of Rollo's glee. Once she stopped fighting against it, the ride was impossibly smooth.
Damn, they got some high-tech shit.
All of a sudden,
oh,
as if
we're in the
minutes
old
had
town
passed
again.
In an instant, light blazed into view.
We're in the old town
A
again.
burst of wintry air snuffed across her face, and she was flung out into the cold.
That's a good way to say it, Holy Mike. The thing is, in this route, we don't know about the fact that this is the other town. That was intense? Yeah. I think, oh no, why would you say that, Rollo? Why would you say that? Oh, I didn't need to know that. Any idea where we are? Somewhere cold. Doesn't look like... Fuck off, Rollo. Didn't feel like we traveled that far. So we're just... Rollo, no. This place sucks. Why would anyone want to blow something up out here? Only one way to find out, I suppose. We gotta catch up to Nuncreed. I think he went this way. This looks familiar, yeah. Maybe we can clear off the snow? No time. Nuncreed's getting away. Looks like we don't find out that this is Beacon Pines in this route. Okay, this is starting to feel really familiar. I may not be the most well-versed at all things Beacon Pines, but this does look like some sort of frozen replica of town. Ah, I got it. It's so obvious now. He's an alien! Of fucking course. Rolo, stick with me here. His species can only live in sub-zero temperatures. Oh boy, here we go. The source is their base camp dimension, so naturally they keep it cold. We found it by traveling through those metallic wormholes back there. Hey, thanks for that, Kyler. I appreciate it. The final objective, kill us all and shapeshift into a Beacon Pine citizen of their choosing. You never really had me, but you very much lost me there. You get used to it. We should keep moving. That's for my sins.
As they rounded the corner to the frozen town
Here we
square,
are.
they spotted Mr. Nuncreed inching cautiously toward a pit at its center.
So, I think this 100% confirms Gran is the one who's triggering the freeze. 100%. Gran is the one that is triggering the big freeze and killing us all. Accidentally. She has no idea that that's going to happen. But that's what she's doing.
He held his arms out gingerly, as if approaching a beast in the wild.
We do know that the fireworks can destroy the source without causing a big freeze, though. But, like, when are the characters going to find that out?
Upon closing the distance, Luca recognized what Nuncreed was after. Gran stood confidently at the edge, one arm outstretched over the abyss. Nearby, a wheelbarrow had been emptied out. She held a lit torch, which flickered in the bitter wind.
Here it comes. Narsa raises, what does she know about what PH intends to do with the source that she would do this? That is a question, right? I guarantee you that she has no idea that that's what's going to kill everybody. 100%. She thinks she's doing like a big heroic deed. But she's not. She's killing everybody. But yeah, what is the other group doing? That's the real question, isn't it? But I assure you, this is not going to solve anything. If you drop that net, you've doomed this whole town. Oh, it wasn't me who doomed this town. I've been watching you, Joseph. I know what you've done. You and your co-conspirators. Gran? What's happening? Luca, you and your friends need to leave right this moment.
Mr. Nuncreed turned back toward the kids, desperation in his eyes.
Listen to your grandma, Luca. This is between me and Juniper.
Rolo and Beck held steadfast in awe.
That's an interesting thing to compare her to. Murder grandma. She is unintentionally killing everybody in the town. She has no idea what she's doing. That's very clear now.
Luca approached closer. Mr. Nuncreed spun back toward Gran, his voice growing louder.
You've got it all wrong, Juniper. Just hand over that torch. You don't understand what you're doing. How could I possibly trust you to do the right thing? Will told me everything. He trusted you, and you betrayed that trust. Luca, did you know that this man's entire life is a lie? If it weren't for him, your father might still be alive. A homegrown nationalist extremist.
Mr. Nuncreed winced with anguish. His voice hardened.
That's not
They
true.
both now yelled, not to each other, but at fate itself.
Okay, I'll check this. One sec. Okay, yeah, you're right. She does kind of look like that. You're so right.
Making their peace with long-held burdens. The wind howled with encouragement.
Walt was like a brother to me. We just had different ideas about how to effect change. Very convenient that your way just happened to line your pockets. Now that's not
They
fair.
menaced at each other, both catching their breath. The moment balanced on a knife's edge. Amid a blur of emotions and memories.
Do we get to
His
choose
mind
something here?
flooded with questions, the wind calmed, as if to give him the stage.
Oh shit, what do I choose here? I think hum here is the correct choice. It just feels right here to diffuse the situation. Yeah, I'm going with hum.
And in the stillness,
Why the hell are you all so...
To
Like, is this
hum.
guy, like, super popular? I don't even know who the fuck this person is. Oh, they're live right now, apparently. Don't watch him. I'm more important.
After the death of his father, Luca had trouble sleeping. Each night, his mother would sit at the foot of his bed and hum a gentle melody.
I figured he's popular, but... Dang, that's cool.
It was the only thing that could calm his mind. The only thing that, however briefly, could make it all seem okay. That melody pervaded every memory Luca had of his mother. Shivering in the raw snow, he began to hum it out loud.
Yes, supremacy. I will become the biggest on Twitch.
Gran lowered the torch.
Don't make me... Oh,
listening
damn it.
closely.
I had something going there for a second. Why do you have to ruin it like this? I'm trying to appreciate the emotional scene here. We'll have to watch this later. Okay, Fire Ninja. Have a good time eating food.
As recognition slowly set in, her heart sank. Those countless nights of consolation, the incomparable loss they shared
Oh,
together.
what if...
She let the torch fall to the snow and sizzle out. A few steps toward Luca was all she could bear before dropping to the snow herself. Through a flood of tears, she began to hum along.
You know what?
Note
What
for
if
note.
Juniper is actually his mom? And she's just disguised. Maybe? Yeah.
Luca lifted his head in astonishment. The last time he heard that melody was the last night he saw his mother.
How do you know? I'm so sorry, my little buckaroo. Buckaroo? The only people who call that. It is. Oh my gosh. It'd be beautiful if you saw the rest. Your mother.
Luca blinked through blurry, watery eyes, trying to see more clearly. He could just make out the impression of a familiar face. He peered across the snowscape at the woman on her knees. Something about her was undeniably his mother.
I was right. Oh wow.
Only smaller, older, changed.
Something happened to her mother that made her like that. Mom? That's right, buckaroo. Mom. Oh my
Luca
goodness.
sprinted as fast as he could toward his mother. They held each other close, and the cold retreated from their bodies.
Eleanor? I thought you were gone. You should have known I would never abandon my son. Aw, damn. And she throws the torch, everyone die, the end. She still fucked over the town, like, in multiple endings. She still froze everybody. Let's not try and pretend that didn't happen. But, clearly she didn't know that that was gonna happen.
Eleanor looked down at Luca, tightening her embrace in an appeal.
How? You're a smart man, Joseph. I thought you would have pieced it together by now. You were exposed. I don't understand any of this. What happened to you? Where did you go? Why did you leave me? I never left you. I was always right here, Luca. Why did you lie to me? It tore me up, Luca, but I did it to keep you safe. I thought that getting answers would help us both move on. But the more I discovered, the more I realized the danger we were in. Until perennial harvest was stopped, it was better if everyone thought I was gone. You could have trusted me. These are bad people, Luca. They won't stop until they get what they want, and they don't care who gets hurt in the process. Then what do? We have to stop them.
Joseph slumped into the cold, wet snow.
They can't be stopped. This is too big. I tried beating them at their own game. I'm done fighting fire with
For
fire.
the first time in a long time, her voice felt like her own again.
No more lies. I see now. There's a better way to stop perennial harvest. The cold, hard truth.
Luca gazed down at Nuncreed with pity. He looked small. Joseph stared into the snow, as if searching it for answers.
Come on, everyone. We've got a party to crash. We stopped the big freeze on this route, so let's see where this goes. The thing is, the characters don't know yet. Like, none of the characters don't know that blowing up that hole is the right thing. You don't understand. He always wins.
Chapter
Guns!
9.
I agree. Boop, boop, boop.
The devil you know.
The devil you know.
7 months ago.
7 months ago?
Eleanor Van Horn crept down the maze of sterile hallways under perennial harvest.
Yeah, we're probably getting this flashback now because they're telling us what happened.
She stopped in front of the large steel door marked Deep Engineering. No turning back now. She raised a trembling hand. The stolen keycard worked as promised, and the door buzzed open with mechanical efficiency. She was immediately hit with the smell of disinfectant. It was some sort of laboratory. In one corner,
We might not
was a
get any
desk
art for
covered
this,
in
unfortunately.
papers. Across the room stood a tall metal pod with hoses protruding from its base. She rushed to the desk and began shifting through the piles of papers. They were experiment reports on something called Tempus Liquamen.
Tempus Liquamen.
There were dozens of them. Every one stamped failed. Eleanor heard the sharp echo of footsteps approaching. She was out of time. Her eyes scanned the room, eventually landing on the strange
She looks like she does
pod.
now because she's exposed to the goo. That was my first guess, yeah. The chemical of the source? It might be, yeah.
Muttering a curse under her breath, she dashed over and dove inside.
Yo, what if the source actually is aliens? What if Rollo is actually the smartest person in this game? Oh, we do get... Oh no, this is present day. And that is what change is all about. Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck and making things happen. It's not a maybe. It's already been confirmed. Oh, okay. I must have missed that then. Change is a choice. I am tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together. How great is that? This man is a liar. Excuse me? I will not. This town has a dangerous secret and perennial harvest only exists to keep it hidden. Nonsense. They picked up the whole damn town and moved it right under our noses. We knew this already from another route. You aren't making sense, dear.
Mr. Kerr addressed the crowd with a sarcastic tone.
Imagine such a thing. It's absurd and just plain impossible. They promised they could fix the foul harvest. They told us they would clean this place up. We just had to leave town for a few days. That's when they moved the town. But while they had us evacuated, Mr. Hartford, I'm afraid I'm going to half-ass you two. You're afraid of a lot of things, aren't you? You sniveling little worm. This is growing tiresome. A little help, please? Don't you all see? This festival is a sham. An excuse to have the whole town gather in one place. They're planning something awful. I don't know what, but these people are wicked. Don't listen to her. She has absolutely no proof. I am the proof. I'm Eleanor Van Horn.
Whispers filtered through the crowd.
Well, aren't you just sneaky as the dickens? We all knew Valentine's fertilizer was too good to be true, and now this whole town is paying the price. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so sorry about this disruption. My associates will take this obviously disturbed woman somewhere comfortable, so she can get the help she needs. She's not the one who's disturbed. You two-timing clown. Hey, he's on our side now. You all know there's something wrong with this town. It was just easier to look the other way. The truth is... Why is the... Is he important? What?
Torment dragged on Joseph Nuncrete's face.
Yet... That is... I bet that's Valentine. The original. Take them away. No, I want them to see this. Hey, thank you so much for the follow, JD. How are you doing today? Holy shit, this fucking game, dude. The ever-tenserous Eleanor Van Horn. You've been quite the thorn in my side. Like a weed that's burrowed in where it doesn't belong. I must confess, you look dreadful.
He paused for a moment, plucking a piece of fuzz from his sweater and discarding it to the ground.
Consider yourself in rare company. You've managed to pull one over me. It won't happen again. I knew you had some sort of plan to disrupt our little party, but alas, I expected something a bit more impressive than incoherent rambling. To be fair, she was planning to kill everybody. No matter, your failures are yours to bear. Like, straight up, Eleanor was going to kill everybody. Mr. Kerr? Yes, sir? It's a shame it was cut short, but I thank you for that rousing of very... I will take it from here. Yes, sir, of course. You have done quality work for me, William. You can look forward to the recompense we agreed on.
Kerr gave a bow of deference.
Founder, you are most gracious.
Gasps rippled through the crowd.
Thankfully, we can dispense with the formalities from here on out.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket. In one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand as he disappeared into a belching... A hushed horror gripped the crowd.
Holy shit, this game, dude. Holy shit.
This is a story about change.
They meant that literally, didn't they? So you didn't see that coming. Oh my fucking gosh, this game. Good.
Sharper examined his new hands.
Well, this is quite the improvement. Everything looks so much smaller now. Package with a costume. Holy shit, you're right. How convenient. Eleanor was right about one thing. This festival was a ruse. I wanted you all to witness my glorious return with your own eyes. Why does everyone look so downtrodden? This is a celebration, people. Maybe it would help if we set the mood. Mr. Kerr, be a dear and reveal the sign. Ah,
Sharper
wonderful.
choked out a crude squawk of
Wow, maple syrup. Wow, what is wrong with you people? If anyone needs the bonking, it's you, not me.
Frustrated grumbles sprinkled through the crowd.
Sharper, you malicious bastard. Malice. I'm glad you're back so that I could tell it to your face. You destroyed this town. We ain't gonna let you get away with it again. Sorry, this is not the time for audience participation. Some assistance, Mr. Kerr. Hey, don't bonk me. Bonk. You need to be bonked. I completely agree. We need bonks. We need to bonk chat.
William Kerr gave a subtle nod to the clipboards.
You coward. Does anyone else have something to contribute?
A helpless quiet settled over the crowd.
I thought so. Do you all truly believe you could be free of me? A town of complete and utter fools? Man, this guy's an asshole. Why would I make you a mod after all you've done, Holy Mike? You people should be celebrating my return. Gosh darn, this guy's an asshole. You clearly lost without me. Holy shit. And that leads me nicely to my children. Daddy, I gave you both the greatest gift a parent can give. The opportunity to prove yourselves in my absence. Squandered. To say I am disappointment would be an understatement. But Silence, Augustus. An adult is speaking. I don't know which is worse. A son who is completely hopeless, or a daughter with such potential who inevitably lets me down. Eris, you failed me with admirable consistency. Thankfully, I was counting on it this time. Father, I have been wasting my time, my dear. What have you accomplished? I was focused on cementing our legacy. Legacy? Who needs a legacy when you could just live forever? But what about... It's all right, kiddo. I'm afraid you suffer from a complete lack of imagination. There's just no helping it. Now then, where is Joseph? You didn't take the opportunity to slip off, did you? There he is. Everyone should give him a hand. None of this would have been possible without Joseph. I think you've said enough. Nonsense. The people deserve to know how helpful and loyal you've been. I only did what I did because he left me no choice. You always had a choice, Joseph. You were simply too weak to take it. No matter. Cheer up. You are about to be rich beyond your wildest dreams. You should follow Mr. Kerr's example. When I found him, he was in a sorrier state than any of you. An aging actor, desperate to recapture his youth. He played his part, and soon he'll play the leading man again. Forever, in fact, if he remains loyal. That goes for all of you. Those who haven't already frittered away my goodwill. Beacon Pines is mine again, and I am willing to share its spoils in exchange for absolute loyalty. Are you saying William Kerr was never in charge of Perennial Harvest? Ha! You think that puffed up Latherskite could have accomplished all of this? I suppose it's time for your big exclusive.
Sharper addressed the crowd with indignant pride.
Uppercut him? Yes, I completely agree. Fucking punch his face.
He'd planned this moment for so long that now, at the deed's fruition, it almost felt frivolous.
You see, I needed a figurehead to hold things down while I orchestrated my return, someone to misdirect, lie, and blink this town for a spell. So I invented William Kerr. Take your bow, you've earned it.
Mr. Kerr flourished a preposterously elaborate bow.
Patrick C. Montesquieu, thespian extraordinaire, at your service. Wanted to thank you again for this opportunity. It truly was the role of a lifetime. Wait, so this Bill Kerr was a Pat C the whole time? Music is out in the open. What's to stop this town from rising up against you? That's the delicious part. Fear. Thanks to our clipboards, I know what each and every person in this town fears most. And I will make those fears manifest for anyone who steps out of line. The choice is simple. I'm not afraid of you. The young hero. I've kept a keen eye on you, boy. You and your friends made a habit of disrupting my plans. Pity, if things would have gone a bit differently, you might have had your moment of triumph. That's fate for you. You can't do this, but you can. I have won. Never underestimate what a great man can do. Actually, you know what? Before we finish watching this cutscene, I'm really curious. I want to see if we could use that malice one anywhere. Not yet. Because we got a malice charm, and I was like wondering if we could use it anywhere. His last name is French. I don't know. I can't read, okay? And now time is my plaything. Perhaps the most expensive thing I've ever bought, but well worth it.
Sharper coughed up one final laugh and cracked his knuckles.
Enough of this chit-chat. Let's get to work, shall we?
And so, Sharper set about remaking the town in his own image. The fertilizer factory soon reopened for business. Sales rose steadily as more and more farmers across the countryside began to... Beacon Pines became famous, a secretive town that, for the right price, shared its gifts with all. Gifts that became more and more necessary in a world where winters grew longer and longer. This is wrong, but things are
and that's how that ends. Now. Okay, so clearly, whatever they're doing, like there's a little hint of it right at the end there. Clearly, whatever they're doing with the source is causing problems to the world at large. It's eventually going to destroy the world. That's what I'm getting at here.
You can feel it, right? We can't let Sharper win. He might just be the key to this whole thing.
They're making a global cooling so that crops naturally die so that people need to use it. I don't think that's what they're intentionally doing. I think they're just using the source, not being aware of the problem it's causing.
Let's see.
There's not very much else that I could go. I guess I haven't used the chill cop line yet, but I haven't used tickle here yet either. So what do you guys think? Should I go try and be chill? Or oh no, wait, I could weep here too. So I can weep, chill, or tickle. Those are my choices. What are we doing, vote? Chat, what are we voting on? I feel like I'm close to the end. I can tell. Weeping, probably a short path. Okay. Yeah, I feel like the weep is probably a bad ending. He began to weep.
And in the stillness, he began to weep. It was all just too much. Falling to his knees, Luca whimpered softly. The tears crystallized as they hit the snow. Gran stared at Luca for a moment with warm sympathy, remembering why this was all necessary.
This all makes sense soon, Luca. And everything can go back to normal. I promise.
She stiffened up and brandished the torch at Mr. Nuncreed.
Yeah, weeping will cause her to trigger the big freeze. You can't hide behind those people any longer. Once their precious source is destroyed, we'll see where their loyalties fall. Juniper, don't.
Ignoring his final plea, Gran flung the torch.
You should probably have
into
just
the
told
deep
her that they would have
darkness.
killed everybody.
She smiled and exhaled in relief. The torch echoed as it ricocheted down the hole, punctuated with a thunderous thud.
Well, everyone's dead. You see, Joseph, I've learned one very important lesson in life. You want things to change, then you must be willing
Before
to.
Gran could finish, the ground shook her to silence.
Fucking dumbass.
Gran only had time to spin around and run to Luca. Her attempt to shield him, an honorable but trifling act. Unflinching love, pitted
And now
against an
Grandma is
unthinking
officially
horror.
a bigger murderer than most. Yep. She had no idea that that was going to happen, as I said from the begin with.
There was no contest. Her warm embrace froze in an instant. That is where they remain, fixed in place, forever. And so, our story ends on this melancholy
Everyone
scene.
fucking died.
In a town brought low by its secrets, sits the frozen statues of a misguided band of meddlers. Well, that was on the bright side. We finally figured out where all the ice is coming from. Now, we just need to find a way to deal with a mystic, unfathomable force of nature.
Correct. I agree. We'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. Okay, what are we doing next? Chill cop or tickle? I think we tickle. That might be the right path. That might be. Maybe this is the true ending path. Okay, so just as a reminder of what's happening on this path. So on this path, we went to this place alone, and we got almost captured, and we slammed the guy. On this path, we went with Rollo, and Rollo ended up getting captured. And now we're trying to look for Rollo. And while we were looking for Rollo, that's when we encountered Iggy here. So let's go. It's time to bust out the tickles.
Well, time to bust out the tickles.
Hey, Trish, want to see something cool? Yup. Check it.
Vec lunged forward and began to tickle under Tish's arms.
What the? Trish, is she tickling you? Yup. Up.
Tears began to form in Tish's eyes as she gasped for breath between gales of laughter.
Someone's gonna die. I don't think so.
Vec redoubled her efforts until Tish finally had had enough.
What just happened? She seems nice. Sorry for the interruption. I just think you were threatening us. I think you were just threatening
Iggy's
us.
eyes darted around, a realization dawning on his face that he was now outnumbered.
Ayo. I just remembered. I have somewhere to be. Mm-hmm. See you around, new kid.
Iggy kicked at the puddle before making his escape.
That bitch! Tofu, I think you forgot that Iggy isn't a fun character on this route. Okay, hopefully... What a little creep. Beck, I think you got a little ooze
Beck
in your
shook
hair.
the ooze out of her hair as best.
Is it bad? Oh. Okay, it didn't affect her that badly, at least. So that's good. It depends. What are your feelings about having a more mature, refined look? Oh.
Chapter The Best Policy. Luca paused for a moment, catching his breath. He'd only just met Beck, and somehow he already managed to drag her into this mess. Hopefully
You just
he could
wanted
make it up
Iggy
to her.
action?
But
Well, you got
finding
it.
Rolo was his primary concern.
Okay, so clearly this ooze is making things get older. That's the impression that I'm getting here. And that's why it's so good as a fertilizer. Just as a note. Luca, what the hell are you doing here? And why did a kid with gray hair just run past us in a panic?
Roxy and Fitz looked drained. It was clear they'd spent all day searching.
That's Beck. I don't care who she is. What happened? We were helping look for Rolo. Luca, I need you to start telling me the truth.
Roxy's temper could often be dismissed as the impatience of an older sibling, but this was the most intense Luca had ever seen her. Her eyes were wild and unfocused, looking straight through Luca.
We're running out of time.
In a torrent of rambled words and tears, Luca broke down.
Rolo and I weren't just playing up in Weepwood yesterday. You're back and well fed? Well, a lot has happened. Fire Ninja, we're back on the right path right now. The right path, like direction-wise. Not the left path, the right path. So this is the path where Rolo got captured after we went in this. And, yeah. And we also found out that Juniper, the old lady, is actually our mom. And, yeah, we did the tickle action. So we found out Juniper's our mom, so Eleanor. And we found out that small little kid, the Valentine kid, the small kid, was actually Sharper Valentine in, like, small kid form. And was the one behind pretty much everything. And then we also found out that the source, Eleanor, was blowing up the source, and because of that, that was what was causing the ice shit. So yeah, now you're caught up. So investigating the lights at the old Valentine warehouse, but someone was there in a strange suit, and we hid in the dumpster and had a heavy bag dropped on us, and I think it was a body. And so we ran, but we got split up, and I went home, and it's all my fault. And now my best friend may never come back. Wow. Just, wow. Just... Oh yeah, and this ooze is like an aging serum. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Roxy, still exhausted and angry, softened briefly as her eyes hunted the ground in thought. With a determined sigh, she looked up at Luca.
Yeah, he drank some and became sharper instantly. It's not your fault, Luca. Rolo's gonna be okay,
Roxy
I promise.
drew herself up.
I'm gonna fix this. Luca, go home. But I want to help. This is too dangerous for a kid. I can't just sit around. I have to do something.
Roxy tried to think of the safest place to send Luca.
You go back to that little treehouse you two like to play in. Wait there in case Rolo shows up.
Luca
Sounds like a
wiped
plan.
his cheeks and gave a quick nod.
Kick her again? Yeah, I agree. You did the right thing telling me the truth. Now scoot. You really believe his story? What other option do we have? Things have been strange around here leading up to the festival. My dad has been acting weird lately. Well, weirder than normal.
Looking into the puddle, Roxy rubbed her arms to warm up.
Why is it so cold here? This place gives me the willies. They should stay away from the puddle, just saying.
Mr. Nuncreed jumped with a start.
Oh, Nungreed was about to go into a secret underground layer here. Whoa, don't sneak up on an old fellow like that. Sorry. Who were you talking to? What?
Luca motioned to the phone booth.
Oh, no. I was just checking because I thought I heard it ring. But the dang thing never does, of course. So yeah, he was trying to go into a secret layer. We know that now. Yeah, I've never seen anyone use it, really. The whole thing's a waste of money, if you ask me. Any word from Rolo yet? Not yet. Long time for a boy to lose his way. Rolo knows those woods too well to get lost. I suppose you're right. Silly boy's antics have this whole town worried stick. Antics? We all know Rolo likes to play his little pranks. Oh, this fucker. You think this is a prank? What other possible explanation could there be? He's not playing a prank and he didn't get lost. Someone took him. I know it. How would you know that? Unless... Luca, is there something else that you know? Oh, shit. This guy was the guy who dropped the body into the dumpster, by the way. Which we don't know about yet, actually.
Mr. Nuncreed gently placed one of his substantial hands on Luca's shoulder.
Dang it, boy. If there is something you know, something that could help your friend, you need to tell folks.
Luca peered up at Mr. Nuncreed. There was a deeper emotion hiding beneath it all. It was subtle, but Luca could sense something eating away at him.
Malice is the charm we got from the ending we just did. We wouldn't be able to go down this malice path until we did everything else first. This is probably the right one. And we know that he's evil. Well, evil in quotations. He's being, like, forced to do shit. Malice. It's the new charm we got. What do we need, by the way? Malice.
There was a malice lurking behind those eyes. Like a trap ready to spring.
Malice.
Luca felt the weight of Nuncreed's hand on his shoulder. Something wasn't right. He didn't know why, but something was telling Luca to get out of there.
Fuck. Mike, did you forget to type in what you wanted to change it to? Did you forget to... That is what you redeemed. Did you misclick? No, it does. If you scroll down, there's a text box to type it in. There should be. It's the same as the text-to-speech. I've tested it. Did you fuck up? Not when you redeem using... That's so stupid. Become burb? Okay. You get your burb. Enjoy your burb. But yeah, it would have allowed you to type it in and it would have played the voice on stream like the text to redeem one. The official model. Yeah, it seems like it. He just dropped 10k points on this shit, so we need to respect it. So I fixed the ears, by the way. They should wiggle a little better. Okay, let's keep going. Just want this all to be over. Of course, I'm sure it'll all work out soon enough. I should get going. I told Roxy I'd check for Rolo at the treehouse.
Luca twisted free of Nuncreed's grasp.
Of course. Luca, you know your dad and I were good friends back in the day. You can come to me with anything. Anything at all. No, I'm not coming to you with anything. Absolutely not. That's a no-go from me, fam. Alright, Sharper, what do you think you're doing? These festival decorations are a bit humdrum. Now, if I were to throw a festival, it'd be a thing to behold. Well, you are throwing this festival. I agree, this is all more than a little sad. It's worse than sad. It's boring. What if we did a little something to spice things up? I'm listening. You know the festival sign waiting to be unveiled? It'd be a shame if someone...
The two scurried off, eagerly formulating a plan.
So they were the ones who changed the sign. That makes sense. Identify yourself, please. Nellie Modewell. I work here now. I'm able to locate you on our staff roll. Oh, I don't officially start until tomorrow. Mr. Kerr said I can come in early tonight to get a few things done. Hold, please. Clearance authorized. Thank you. Our harvest awaits. Anyway, using the widget below stream might not be a good idea then. But worst case scenario, you can just tell me in chat afterwards. Not a big deal. Just make sure you actually tell me in chat afterwards. How else can you redeem? Through the... You can redeem using exclamation points commands or on the website. But why did it bonk? Oh, did it bonk? I don't know why it bonked. I tested it earlier and it bonked for some reason too. I honestly don't know why. Yeah, you can access them through that website there. Hey Jetson, have you seen Rolo come by this way? Afraid not. As elusive as the fish in this here pond. Let's go to the treehouse. Rolo.
He aired a long holler into the woods.
I thought it did the wrong redeem. Ah, okay. That's fine, Bo. But if you can't do the text to chat, just make sure you're ready to type in chat what you want me to change to. Rolo! Who here likes Rolo ice cream? Who here likes Rolo ice cream? Rolo, wherever you are, I hope you're okay. I love Rolo ice cream. It's my favorite. It's my favorite, like store-bought ice cream.
And plopped into the beanbag. He conceded to its lumpy embrace.
So this is a reminder. The
Once
path.
again, Luca found himself
got another
in
dream.
a vast black expanse. This time, he knew exactly where to go. He took a single confident step forward.
But yeah, this path that we're on right now, we could not access until after we saw the path we just saw. The door to their toy house is a car door. They probably just did a bunch of garbage, right? That's what they said they did.
The world flickered and pulsed. He found himself standing in front of the frigid air of a blazing campfire. The source. He plopped down cross-legged and gazed into the cold flame, waiting. Soon enough, the fire began to die out, popping sporadically, until all that was left was a single
We're just
ember.
gonna listen to this.
Luca stood up and dusted himself off. He plucked the glowing ember from the cold ash, examined it, and slid it into his pocket. The voice of his father.
Honestly, I might not have time for Mad Rat Dead tonight. I thought I would, but it's looking like this is gonna take me the whole stream.
You made me proud, Buckaroo. Luca turned to face him. Dad, what is this place? A warm grin grew across his father's face. A place where everything that has been and everything that could be all wait together. Luca found himself staring at his father's face,
So one sec, I want to
trying
just do something
as
real
hard
quick.
as he could to memorize every single detail.
Oh, now I'm too short. There we go. I might need to adjust the positioning for a lot of these avatars when you switch them.
Wait? For what? Another voice spoke out.
They're
as
short.
Luca's
I'm short.
doppelganger stepped
I'm
forward.
short. I'm a small lad.
That's up to you. Without knowing why, Luca began to weep. Is any of this real? Are you real? Luca's father bent down to smudge away a tear. Of course, I'm as real as the part of you that misses me. Luca turned to look at the older version of himself. And you? The doppelganger choked back tears. I'm as real as the part of you that's angry he's gone. Does that make sense? Through his tears,
Am I short?
Luca
Not really.
laughed. I think so.
I don't remember what my height is. I think it's like 5'10", 5'11". I haven't measured myself in a long time. I wouldn't consider that to be too short.
His father pulled him in for an embrace. Time to go, Buckaroo.
You're short. Hey,
Luca was startled from his dream by a banging on the floor.
bitch. Banging. Are you in
A
there?
commanding voice rumbled from below. Just as Luca sprang to lock the entry hatch, the door knocked open.
What?
Chapter 5.
Who's fucking evading me?
Dangers big and small.
Luca stumbled back. He heard the rope ladder creak under significant weight.
Keeping his eyes fixed on the hatch, he inched backward to the balcony. As his hand grasped the door handle, Luca froze. A large figure clumsily wriggled
Who is
up
it?
through the hole.
What? Is that Rollo, or is that Rollo's dad? Sheesh, I know it's dark and all, but I figured you'd recognize me.
The
Who are
large
you?
figure cocked its head inquisitively.
Stop now or I'll clobber you with a baseball bat. Oh no, Rollo got exposed to the goo, I think. Whoa, whoa, take it easy. Luca, you need to get your eyes checked. It's me, Rollo. Nice try, but I know you're not Rollo. You're like one of his random uncles or something. Where is he? Well, we already know about the age stuff, so like this isn't too surprising for us. Ha ha ha, uncle? Luca, quit messing around. It's me. Really is you, prove it. Flaming chicken choop, Luca.
Luca's jaw dropped. He peered more closely at the man standing in front of him. Something about him was undeniably Rollo, only bigger, older, changed.
What happened to you? When I was running away, I ran into more people in those yellow suits. They grabbed me and dragged me away. But where did they take you? Dunno, they threw a bag over my head. It was cold and smelled like a swimming pool. I think it was an underground lab or something. They made my hands all big. Look.
Rollo proudly presented his hands to Luca.
He's not hurt, yeah, he's just lost a few years of his life. Pretty sweet, right? I mean, it wouldn't be my first pick for a superpower, but beggars can't be choosers. It wasn't just your hands. My feet, too? Dang, Pa must have made me new shoes. Wait, Luca, why are you so small?
Luca moved to the side and pointed Rollo to his reflection in the balcony window.
Damn, dude didn't even know. But this raises a question. Why? Oh, I think I know why. Okay. I was going to say, like, why did they just let Rollo go free in this route and not in the other route? And the answer is probably because of Iggy getting hit by the liquid. Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out, I think. What the?
His hands shot up to his face.
Holy Toledra. What the fuck? Rollo, what did they do to you? Did the jungle store guy freed him? Oh, that would add up. They made me drink some sort of green crud. Ew. Actually, it wasn't too bad. It kind of tasted like liquor. Oh. Is that why that other guy likes licorice? I passed out and woke up like this. And then I sorta smashed open my cage and escaped. You smashed open a cage? Kinda. At least I think I did. It's all a bit of a blur. They had you in a cage? Who are these people? It sounds like they were testing it on him. I don't know who did this to you, but we're gonna fix it. Fix it? This is awesome. Well, I'm just glad you're safe now. Luca, you don't need to worry about me. Sure, I got snatched, but look at this way. I got snatched. I know where snatched people go. We might finally have a lead on what happened to your family. Maybe you're right, but this all seems dangerous. Danger. Haha.
Rollo shadowbox.
I'll take them all on. Oh man, this is Rollo at his best apparently. Hey fellas, what's up? Oh, okay. He's wearing a hat. She's wearing a hat now. To cover up the white hair, I guess. They're all changed. They're all different. See, the theme of this thing has changed. They're all changing.
With a yelp, Rollo dove behind Luca.
Ah! Did I come at a bad time? Who the heck are you? This is Beck. Sorry, something truly bizarre just happened and I need help. I don't know where else to go. So you're just hanging out here with your large adult friend? Did she dye her hair blue? Maybe. We'll find out. No, this is my buddy Rollo. This is your missing friend? One and the same. He seems a little old. I'll have you know this is a recent development. What the heck does that mean? Oh, I'm sorry. You're the one who just showed up out of nowhere. So we'll be asking the questions here. That's fair. How did you find us? Your silly treehouse? I think you mean our silly little mission control. I hate to break it to you, but your secret path isn't so secret. And I could hear you for your racket from a mile away. See, Luca, this is why we need to improve security around here. Not now, Rolo. Beck, you said something bizarre happened? Yeah,
She
but
shot a nervous glance at Rollo.
anything you could say around me, you could say around Rolo. This has been a weird day all around, hasn't it? Yup.
Beck's eyes narrowed.
Okay, so it all started when I made it back home. My first order of business was to try and salvage my hair. So I dyed it with some stuff from the chemistry set my mom gave me. Just need to play it cool and hope no one notices. People are gonna notice the blue. Analysis is what? Oh, nothing. I was just... come over here and let me have a look. Oh, honey, what in the world did you do to your hair? I just kind of felt like a change. This is going to take forever to grow out. You were the one who said that change was a good thing, right? I was talking about your new mother's new job. I was talking about us moving. Well, I guess I just took your lesson to heart.
Ilona tried to put on a smile.
Before I forget, I came up here to tell you that Nellie had to go into work. Tonight, her and Mr. Kerr decided it would be good for her to get some things done before tomorrow. That Kerr guy seems like a grade A creep, and you're right. He's not even, his name's not even Kerr. Him and his weird cult of personality. You are not going to ruin this job for Nellie. It means too much to her. Oh, I know exactly how much it means to her. It means enough to her to exile her daughter to this podunk town. This place sucks. The people are weird. You just don't know them yet. And, she's right. She said this town rules in the other route, so, like, she just needs to learn a little bit more. It's always cold. We're in the mountains. You'll get used to it. I can't even pick up a single decent station on the radio. It's all banjo music and farm reports. You know, I grew up in a town not that different from this one. Is that why you're better at talking to plants than people? Ooh, Beck. Might have gone a bit too far there. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. First of all, you're grounded. What? In the morning, I'll have Nellie come and see what we can do about fixing your hair. You need to look presentable for the festival. But,
She
not another
sighed,
peep.
and after a moment, looked down at Beck sympathetically.
I know moving is hard, honey, but that doesn't mean you have to make yourself miserable all the time. Other people seem to have that covered for me. Decide to rebel by dyeing your hair
She
more.
flashed a sly grin and tousled Beck's hair.
I'll just shave it off for you. Think of how rebellious you'll look then. Very funny. Thank you. Good night, sweetie. Good night, Mom. Wait. First of all, this town does not suck. Second, you need help because you got grounded? No. I'm sorry you got in trouble. It's my fault your hair got screwed up in the first place. Don't worry about it. I actually kind of like this look. Great. Can we get back to the story now? The next part is the important bit. I have this radio I upgraded with my mom, and I was too angry to sleep. So I tried to dial in something worth listening to. Oh, she dialed into something crazy. Mr. Kerr? Are you... Oh, they randomly picked up their fucking walkie-talkie signal. I love it. Fucking dumbasses. They're fucking so stupid. Mr. Kerr, they're the dumbest motherfuckers around. Yes, I'm busy. What is it? Apologies, I have the founder on the line. Patch him through immediately. One moment. Hello, sir. It's so nice to hear from you. Skip the pleasantries. What's your report on new lead of research of deep engineering? She's such a... Beck is the best character. I agree. I like Beck a lot. Beck is fun. Nellie Modeville seems to be integrating nicely. At this very moment, she's working to help us meet our deadline. She offered to work overtime before I even had the chance to suggest it. Excellent. And you have faith that she's capable of finishing the work left by her predecessor? Wasn't Jugster Guy the old head of deep engineering? Or was that Mr. Van Horn? The predecessor... I'm starting to get the impression that our predecessor might be the dead corpse that we got by. And that's why she got this job. And yeah, Becca's been great at information gathering so far. Her work must be complete before the festival. I may be right, yeah. And obviously, when the person that they're talking to right now is the small dog boy. Or Sharper is who they're talking to right now. I will make sure she stays day and night until it's accomplished. Good. You know how I feel about loose ends. Yes, sir. Once she has finished work, we need to make a determination regarding her long-term prospects in the company. Immediately, sir? I usually have more time to fully bring people into the fold. We are in the endgame, Bill. After your failures with Dr. Prescott, that was the name on the name card, I think. Dr. Prescott. That was the name. They're the one who died. I'm pretty sure they're the one who died. I can't afford to take any risks. Of course, sir. No loose ends, sir. Once she finishes the work, she'll either leave the office completely commissioned. She'll either leave the office completely committed to Penarel Harvest, or she won't leave at all. Perfect. Sir, if I might suggest, maybe we should delay just for a bit. Oh? It's just, we seem to be rushing to hit this festival deadline, and rushing into things has caused some issues in the past. I see. Please understand that I just want what's best for you. I'm eternally grateful for all that you've done for me. Bill, I'll make this very clear for you. I brought you in to make things run smoothly, not to have opinions. Of course, sir. Chin up, Bill. You were only a few days away from having everything you ever dreamed of. Yes, sir. Someone in chat recalled it recently. Ah, they must have checked for me, and I must have missed the chat message. Where did Somebody redeemed the costume change, Ratchet, and they forced me onto this. The 10k point redeem. So, now you get this. Whoa. Yeah. Just so we're clear, when they said loose ends, they were talking about murder, right? Like, actually killing someone. Capital murder.
Luca gave Rollo a quick elbow to the ribs.
Who is this founder? I was hoping you guys would know. Nah, as far as I know, Kerr is the top banana at Perennial Harvest. Not as scared of that. So we have an even topper banana on the field. What the hell is my mom caught up in? Has she talked about the job much? Not really. She said she was going to come in and continue the work of someone she respected. Luca, do you think that body at the warehouse was the person Beck's mom came to replace? That would make sense. Beck, it seems like Nelly's predecessor got, loose-ended. Wow, what a way to say it. I'm getting that impression. Okay, so we need to get your mom out of there before the festival happens. That's 2 days away. Won't she just come home after work? The creep on the radio said they're going to hold her till then. So if she's not coming out, we gotta go in and get her.
Beck flicked a large sheet of paper out of her pocket and slammed it on the floor.
Maybe this'll help? You have blueprints? Okay, this is definitely the true ending path. This one's definitely the true ending path. We're going hard in and we're gonna be raiding the fuck out of them. Well, it's really just a welcome mat for my mom's PH orientation day. But it shows the layout. Sure looks like blueprints to me. Look, here's the reception area. There's a big room marked Founder's Office. Even has the exits marked. Guys. We have a deadline. We have an objective. We have blueprints. You realize what this is, right?
Rollo started to wiggle with excitement.
I think we're heisting. This is officially... Oh, no. We're in the heist arc, guys. You son of a bitch, I'm in.
Chapter 6. The Heist. They spent
We're
the
heisting.
night's end huddled around that small map, formulating a plan to
Beck really is
infiltrate
the powerhouse of
headquarters
information
Perennial
gathering. She
Harvest.
outdo professional spies. I know, right? These kids are a force to be reckoned with.
It would be no small feat. A modern facility equipped with all manner of technology, not to mention the swarm of clipboards that would most certainly be scattered throughout. By the time the sun began to peek through the car window used as a makeshift balcony door, all were in agreement. This could just work.
They're gonna do
The
something
final day
stupid.
before the festival would be used to prepare. They'd need to pool every resource at their disposal, pull every favor with a thread. Even enlist some unsavory characters around town with important tasks only they were suited for.
They need to pull every resource to fulfill every favor with a threat, even enlist some unsavory characters.
Luckily, there was enough ill will and mistrust toward Perennial Harvest that alliances could be found at a bargain.
They really are going all out on this, aren't they?
Luca, Beck, and Rollo rubbed their eyes as they exited the treehouse. They hadn't slept at all that night. There was no time. The festival was to begin in one day, and they each had their assignments.
We're going all in, guys. Let's do this shit. All right, quick recap. Rollo, you're gonna talk to Roxy. Conceptually. Without her and Fritz, this whole thing could go bust. Me, Cordial is my middle name. Uh-huh. And how do you plan to explain your
He waved
new
vaguely at Rollo's sizable figure.
circumstance? She'll see so happy I'm alive, she won't even notice.
Beck snorted an involuntary giggle.
I'm Beck. You sure Elonia won't just shoot this whole thing down when she hears it? She'll listen. Once she understands the danger Nelly in, the danger we're all in, the plan will make sense. Okay. That leaves you with Geoff, then Iggy. How are you going to persuade them? I'll think of something.
They each looked at each other with sleepy confidence.
Oh, Godspeed. Alright, we gotta go get the town on board. Let's do this. We're gonna fuck up Perennial Harvest. Let's do this. This is the everyone is here path. Let's do this shit. If there's one thing that's a little disappointing, a lot. If there's one thing that I'm a little disappointed in is it doesn't seem like the characters are taking information from other paths. But I guess that's more of a Zero Escape thing. So, you know, whatever. Who's Geoff again? I don't know. We're gonna find out. Because I don't know either. Just stop making fun of how I pronounce things. I'm bad at pronouncing things. I'm sorry. Yes, Fire Ninja. That was a burp. Guess who also is Orb? Oh, it's this guy, isn't it? Hey, Geoff, Jeff. How do I pronounce it? Like, what's the actual pronounced? What is the actual pronunciation of this fucking name? Jeff? It's Jeff? Fucking hell. Okay, Jeff. Bitch ass. What can I do you for? Well, I know how much you hate Perennial Harvest. Hate's a strong word. Oh, sorry, I mean, I didn't say it was the wrong word. I like this guy. Gotcha. So we're gonna break into their headquarters, and I thought you might be able to help.
Jeff wheezed out a long snicker.
You see, I knew you kids were all right. I love Jeff. Let's fucking go, Jeff. Oh, he's a chat. Great, so you'll help?
Joy in Jeff's face drained instantly.
Not a chance. Aw. Give me one good reason I should risk my hide aiding and abetting you rascals.
Looking into the sullen eyes of his would-be accomplice, Luca blurted out the first word that came to mind.
Which one? Fight? Fight! Done enough fighting for one lifetime, and more than my share of losing. Time's come to hang up the gloves. Nope, that was wrong.
Luca wasn't ready. He shouted out,
That was wrong. Give me another one. Shit. Shit. Yeah, it's all shit. I still ain't helping. Ain't that some shit?
Jeff's
Nope,
hardware
that didn't
closed out.
help.
The effects of the foul harvest stretched wide. When there are no crops in the field, tractors don't need fixing.
I've got Junk and Hide left. I don't think Junk would do it. I'm gonna go with Hide. Hide.
Jeff's brow perked up.
What'd you say? Go ahead and hide then.
Sensing some traction, Luca carried on with vigor.
Oh. Let a bunch of kids do what needs to be done. We're not afraid.
Jeff's scowl faded with a sigh.
Damn. Say what you will about Jeff and what they'll do. You'll never hear him say I hid from
One
nothing.
good stomp of the foot was all Jeff needed to drive his point home.
What was it you kids needed? Some sort of disguise. Got just the thing. And while we're at it, that crate should come in handy. that ain't gonna be free, you know? I'm thinking 5 bags of sour gobs should cover it. Put it on my tab.
Luca offered out his open hand to seal the deal. With a firm and dusty grip, Jeff reciprocated.
These kids are alright. Done. Swing my first thing in the morning. We got the whole fucking town helping us. Let's fucking go. Alright, now where are the other 2 that I need to talk to? Hey, Don. Ever wonder why an architectural company employs an army of survey takers? The clipboards, they say they're just trying to make us happy. Do they want to make us happy? Or they just want to figure out what makes us happy? An important distinction. Well said. Are you just gonna name out, like, the thing that you see on the screen every time it happens? Like, really? Honestly, I have no idea, Noise. I don't think going into the museum was the correct choice. It was not. That would make sense, Mike. We all collectively have 2 brain cells. I understand. Don't worry about it. I honestly don't know where I'm supposed to be going right now. Is that a little... I have no idea, Holy Mike. I could check for you, I guess. List my dad, of course. I can't talk to them. Oh yeah, you're right. The dad isn't there. He's back at the old town. Iggy and Trish, I think it's that gang that usually works at the coffee shop. I just don't know where they are because they're not at the coffee shop right now. Oh, excuse me. Maybe they're at the diner. They are not. I doubt that they're gonna tell me anything. Over? No. Endings are merely a state of mind. This doesn't end until I give up. Wow. I admire the conviction. But can he really pull through? Yes, he can. I wasn't able to talk to them last time I came down here. Yeah, can't talk to them. Is she the narrator? I doubt it. It'd be cool if she was, though. I haven't been down this way yet. Oh, maybe they're in the library. No, they're not. They're probably up here. Oh, it's these 2. Never mind. Alright, so you get your Iggy. I forgot that this is Iggy. Okay, yeah. I don't know how I forgot that. I'm a stupid dummy. Hey, Chish, look who it is. Luca, are you here to try and tickle us to death again? Look, just hear me out.
Iggy raised an eyebrow suspiciously.
We're listening. Iggy, I know we've both been giant bags of shit to each other.
Iggy gave a reluctant shrug.
Yeah, not wrong. But lately, life has been kinda... strange? I think strange is accurate. Strange, you know?
The point.
Things have been weird around here. So I'm offering a truce and asking for your help. What do you say we... Break is probably the right choice here. Break our hostilities, at least for now. We do like breaking things. Even if a truce means less breaking things. What if I told you there was a way to have a truce and break stuff? Go on. I heard you need to cause I need you to cause a distraction so that I can sneak into Perennial Harvest HQ.
A wild-eyed grin spread across Iggy's face.
My, Luca Van Horn, I'm impressed. And And after this is all done, maybe you and Trish could come hang out at the
He
treehouse
glanced over
sometime.
to Tish.
Fine. But not because we want to see your crappy treehouse. We just like to cause chaos.
With a quick nod, Luca was off.
Did you hear that, Tish?
He gazed up at Tish with a smile.
He invited us to hang
A
at the
single tear
treehouse.
ran down Tish's cheek.
I never expected this day to go. They actually want to. They actually want to be friends. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my gosh. How wonderful. Oh, they actually wanted to do that. Oh man.
Chapter 7. Into the Hive.
Let's
A
do
good
it.
heist requires preparation.
We're breaking in, boys.
And thorough preparation takes time. Something they had precious little of. So far,
No, I don't
everything
remember
was in
that.
order.
Honestly, Holy Mike. I have 0 brain cells, and you know this.
Jeff, Iggy, and Tish all agreed to do their part.
Yeah, dumb kids. Stupid kids, yeah.
Beck radioed Luca that night with a simple and covert message. "We're locked and loaded on my end." And Rollo, after a lengthy confession, managed to persuade Roxy and Fitz to help.
Ayo! Rolo did it.
He stowed away in mission control for the night to avoid attracting attention.
We're gonna fuck shit up.
Rollo,
Let's do
being
this.
uniquely suited for the role, would be the first to breach.
But like, even if we
Perennial
breach
Harvest.
Perennial Harvest, we still need to stop Eleanor from blowing up the source and encasing us all in ice. Otherwise, this will all be for naught. Well, maybe if we do something about Perennial Harvest, we'll end up stopping that as well. So we'll see.
The outfit provided by Jeff wasn't perfect, but a convincing disguise is 10% wardrobe, 90% confidence.
You know, they're not wrong. You just walk and you act like you belong, people will think you belong. Simple as that. Rolo does look slightly like a clipboard. Oh, he does. You're right. Wow. Good point.
Rollo took a few vigorous breaths and shook out his arms.
His costume looks... Alright. Stay calm, Rolo. You can do this. Got your delivery here. Delivery? I don't have anything in my notes about a delivery. One moment. I'm so sorry, but there's no delivery scheduled for this morning.
I
Right.
had to think quick.
That's because this goes directly to the founder. Ooh, well said, Rolo. Metal Gear Solid now, yeah. He asked that it be kept secret.
Rollo sighed, adjusting his tool belt.
You know how the founder can be. Oh my gosh, that was smooth for Rolo, man. Wow. I suppose we can leave this one off the records. Our harvest awaits and
With a
such.
stroke of his mustache, Rollo proceeded into the Perennial Harvest
Sorry, I'm trying to stick
headquarters.
around. Keeps learning the guards. Our harvest awaits. Package here for the founder. Oh, I didn't hear anything about... Yeah, this is a need-to-know kind of thing. I'll just
He
check.
stammered and flipped through the pages of his clipboard.
This goes directly to the founder. I don't have time to fill you in. Oh, I see. You could just complete this
Rollo
form.
interrupted with urgency in his voice.
Every time with you. Look, if you want to explain this to the founder why I'm late, well, it's your funeral. Oh, they're fucking good. Rolo's doing a good job here. I'm sorry. What'd you say your name was again? I'm... Our harvest awaits. Sir? Excuse me, sir. He tried. Yep. And they're lighting some fireworks. What was
The
that?
distraction was enough for Rollo to regain his confidence.
Just open the damn door. I got a
The
job to
clipboard
do.
fumbled around and
I should check on that noise. Come on, just buzz me in already. Okay, okay. Just kids being stupid. That was close. Our harvest awaits. Hey, I figure, within doubt, stick with the classics. That was a close one, but you pulled it off. You did. Gunfire. Pew pew. Everyone knows what to do? Yep, deep engineering is to the north. I'll go with Beck in case you need some muscle. I'll head east to the founder's office. You two be safe. We're going directly to the founder. Alright. That's odd. There's not even any cups for the water. We're in a maze now. A hallway to nowhere. What's going on here? I agree. For a mind game. Water coolers for talking only.
Solomon
Solomon?
stopped in his tracks.
Hey, we found him. Hello, Sharper. How are you doing today? Check behind the poster. There's probably nothing there. I tried. It didn't let me. Luca? What are you doing here? It's a long story. Are you
A
okay?
familiar of confusion flashed across Solomon's face.
Aw, damn. If only Luca knew.
His words rushed out dramatically.
No, I am most certainly not okay. Some strange people grabbed me, and were they in hazmat suits? Yes, how did you know? Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Fuck this stupid fucking liar, bitch-ass nerd. Luca cracks lacks. I wish I could beam the information into his mind right now. Come on, guys. We have to tap into the morphogenic field. Come on, send him your vibes. We need to send him the information from the other timeline, from the morphogenic field. They brought me here and I locked me up, and when they were distracted, I ran. Dang, okay, we should stick with me. We've got a
Solomon's
plan.
facade briefly faltered.
We? Yeah, Rollo and Becker headed to Deep Engineering. Thanks heavens you found me. We've got to get out of here. And, you just ruined everything by saying that. Oh, well. Plan's ruined, guys. We can't leave just yet, but they'll catch us again. I gotta do something first. Were you running? Did you happen to see a door marked Founder? Founder? Why are you looking for him? I'm not. I just need to get into that office. Now that you mention it, I do think I saw a door that said Founder. It was just down this
Luca
way.
happened to notice a plaque above the door.
Office of the Founder. Knocking comes with consequence. Oh, here it is. Well, we just caught him lying. They only gave you the charm after going or after you already know about him. I know, they intentionally wanted this to happen. So it is. Pretty lucky that I ran into you, or else I might have missed it. Truly fortunate. He's like, right now, he's like, fuck, 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 fuck. What do I do? Fuck, 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 fuck. He's like, just in his mind, he's like, oh shit.
Luca tried the handle.
Locked.
Solomon leaned forward to examine.
Regrettably, it seems to be some sort of electric lock. I don't see how we could possibly defeat a lock like that. Open
Luca
seed.
smiled and looked at his watch.
Let's wait a minute. Yeah, the founder's freaking out right now. I don't know what sort of funny business you're up to. I like it! This guy's just been sitting on his ass the whole
She
time.
named a quick hat tip and ambled off with a whistle.
Just whistles away. Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
The light on the keypad changed from red to green.
Hell yeah. How did you do that? It's good to have friends. Let's go inside before someone spots us. He's just like, fuck.
Luca switched on his walkie-talkie.
Rollo, I'm in. As expected, there's a control panel. Great timing. We're stuck at a locked door marked 24601. Need you to get us through. What if someone catches us? We should get out of here. He's lying a lot, really heavily. I wonder at what point he's going to be like, all right, I can't lie anymore. Fuck you all. But, like, he's not really strong enough to stop us right now. He's fucking panicking right now. He's, like, freaking out. I'm not leaving my friends.
On the computer screen, a green cursor blinked in a password field.
Surely you don't have a way to get around the password.
Luca pecked out his best guess. Underground secrets.
Are you fucking kidding me? Did he seriously just guess that? The morphogenic thing. Unbelievable. That has to be, right? Because we
The
don't.
screen blinked to life. Columns of green numbers glowed on a black background.
How did you just guess that? Oh, it's this absurd password Rolo heard when he was down here. Oh! Okay, it's not the morphogenetic field. Rolo actually heard it. Okay. It's funny how somebody arrogant enough to call themselves the founder uses such a basic password. Or they were thinking several moves ahead, not expecting anyone to guess something so simple. These villain types always end up outsmarting themselves.
Solomon's jaw clenched into a half smile.
So funny for him. Hope and seeds. Man. Solomon. Or should I call you Sharper, you bitch? Your powers of deduction are as impressive as...
Luca quickly scanned the columns for number 24601.
He's like fucking seething right now. he's fucking balding. He's fucking balding. Holy shit. This is funny as shit. Bingo, bang, doors open. Luca, you never fail to impress. What's Slippery Lot even doing down here? We have a friend whose mom is in trouble. We're here to get her out. I see. I think we're close. The next door is marked 13806.
Once again, Luca scrutinized the numbers on the screen.
Scope and seethe and mauled.
In that moment of distraction, Solomon...
Maybe this one opens the lock. Fucking... that was right. Crap, we've got company. Luca, must go faster. One sec, I can't think with all this noise.
He skimmed the screen with his finger.
Here it is, 13066. Go, go, go. These fumbling hands. My apologies, Luca. Don't beat yourself up. I know you're just trying to help. No, he wasn't. He wasn't trying to help. Fucking dumbass. Can you please catching on? He's watching a kid ruin the whole corporation's plans. I know, right? Aw, man, no water cups. Rolo. What the fuck, Rolo? Rolo, are you okay? Rolo, come in.
Mr. Kerr approached with a sneer and spoke into his walkie-talkie.
You can turn off the alarms. They're
With
trapped.
self-satisfaction, he called into the hallway.
That's, my dears, is a dead end. Nowhere to run. Rolo, where are you? I was expecting Rolo to tip the water. Honestly, I was too. That's the exact thing I was thinking. Are you okay? Yeah, I think we lost him. Making our way back to Nellie's office. Did they plan this too? Oh, wow. They got... Nope. Ayo! Make a break for it. Dumb bastards. Damn, that little shit just kicked me? Don't just stand there after them. Okay, I think that worked. Roxy and Frizz had them on a wild goose chase. I am having trouble following what just happened. Like I said, it's good to have friends. Rolo, how long do you think Roxy could distract them? I'll give you someone pissed off that they can't see straight. Let's just say we've got time. Entering Deli's office now. Mom! Hey, what did you do to your hair? I thought you'd be happy. You finally used the Young Chemist lab kit. You have a knack for making me incredibly proud in the most frustrating ways. We need to get you out of here. Who is your adult friend? I'm not an adult. Ever heard of growth spurt? I had more of a growth spew. That's not possible.
Leaned over to examine his teeth.
Substantial blending on the enamel of the molars consistent with the Tempus liquamine exposure. Is that what you call the gunk they forced me to drink? You drank it? Oh no. They told me it was only being tested on plants. Oh, Beck, sweetie, I promise I didn't know. Mom, what the hell's going on at this place? I was brought here to work on the discovery of a lifetime. A novel chemical compound was discovered underneath Beacon Pines in a wellspring they call the Source. We're finally learning! They named it Tempus liquamine. It pulls energies from its surroundings in order to fundamentally alter matter's relationship to time. It was the secret to Valentine's fertilizer. They harvested the source, infusing small amounts of Tempus liquamine into the product. Shut up! My reading is fine. It provides you a constant source of entertainment, okay? So, like, bugger off. It worked wonders, drastically accelerating plant growth. That's probably why the timeline is all screwy in this game, too. Ayo! Like, what do you mean? Like, what am I... Like, what? Did I miss something? Fuck off. Like, all of this is making sense to me, bitch. Like, what are you saying? Like, read comprehension. Like, are you bitching at me or something now? Crops would be ready to harvest in a fraction of the time, but it led to complications. The foul harvest. How did she know that the fluid would work on teeth if she thought it was only tested on plants? That's a good point, yeah. Sorry, I missed that message. Just here to be a thorn on my side? Fuck off. There's only so much abuse I could take. But Tempest Liquimine is rebellious. Rebellious? You could think of it as a manifestation of change itself. It's volatile by its very nature. So the more you try to force it to do a specific thing, the more it resists. Yes, I can relate to that. My role was to finish the work of my predecessor, Dr. Prescott, harnessing liquid Tempest Liquimine to reliably manipulate an organism's age. Just imagine how many people we could feed. Mr. Kerr was very insistent that we achieve a successful result before today's festival. But you didn't, right? You know how much I love a good puzzle. I poured myself into the problem. It wasn't long until I discovered oddities in Dr. Prescott's notes. Oddities? They contained obvious errors, mistakes that someone of his reputation would never make. So, I fixed them, and now I get to replace my entire wardrobe. I really am truly sorry. And those clothes were all hand-me-downs anyway. It sounds like Dr. Prescott figured it out, got cold feet, and intentionally sabotaged his own work. I considered that possibility. I sent a letter asking him to clarify his thinking. Mom, Dr. Prescott is dead. Way to drop that on him. Kerr had him killed. What? I overheard them talking about it on the radio. That's why we gotta get you out of here. I just... like, now. Wait, the vial. I finally solved the chemical equation, allowing direct control of aging. Mr. Kerr picked it up just before you came. All the more reason we gotta hightail it. Luca, we got Dr. Modewell heading your way now. Roger that, be careful. Alright, everything's on track. And what is your plan for escape? We'll go over everything when they get there. In the meantime, maybe we could dig up some more info. Alright, maybe the info we could dig up is that this guy who's with us is a lying sack of shit. Let's see what else this bad boy has on it. Security system. Time card logs. Payroll. You know, for being so evil, this guy sure is boring.
Solomon muttered inaudibly.
Just you wait. Huh? Oh, nothing. Oh, you fucking
Luca
bitch.
tugged on each of the cabinets.
Dang, this must be the good stuff. They're all locked. Perhaps he's not as careless as you suspected. He probably is careless. Let's see. There's probably going to be something that just completely reveals him here. It looks like the founder was helping Kerr plan the festival. Why would such a secretive leader be obsessed with a party? Only time will tell.
Luca held his hand up to the ashtray.
Still warm. He must have been here recently. Fire Ninja, this time you're the one who took it there. Malice 80 proof whiskey. A hard drink for a hard man. Wow, even his alcohol is arrogant.
Solomon once again muttered under his breath.
I should just smother you right now. This fucking guy. What was that? I said I shouldn't bother you right now. Don't be silly, you're no bother at all. Yes, he is. We need to destroy him. I'm really sorry you got dragged into this mess. You needn't worry about me. Well, I feel bad either way. We're gonna get you out of
With
this,
a
I promise.
subtle, quivering lip, a smile crawled across Solomon. They heard the trampling of frantic...
Lock it, lock it, lock it. Locked. That was close. When we left Nellie's office, it was swarming with clipboards. We barely got away. Did they follow you? Rolo? Before we start tossing blame around, is possible someone ordered a pizza? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Uh-oh. Definitely not pizza. What now? Don't look at me. I'm officially retiring from the heisting business. We're so sorry for the inconvenience, these fucking clipboards. Just have a few quick questions. Just let me think. So someone watch the door? Of course. No, he's gonna unlock it! Everyone else huddle up. Oops. I think this little caper has gone on long enough. Oh, this fucking asshole. If only we figured it out. Solomon, no. Hush now, child, the adults are speaking. Well, a beef reinduction is ordered. We never met in person, but we have corresponded. You see, it was I who had hired you. Solomon, the pathetic orphan child, the powerful and enigmatic founder, Sharper, the fallen progenitor who created this town, Perennial Harvest, Valentine's Fertilizer, all connected by a single thread, yours truly. Well, he's finally revealing himself. But that's...
Her eyes searched the floor in thought. Solomon watched eagerly, waiting for the flicker of epiphany. With a sickened look, she peered into his soul.
Yes, now you've got it. You discovered how to reverse the process?
Solomon clapped with genuine delight.
Very good, Dr. Bodeville, very good. Though the discovery wasn't intentional.
Solomon glanced down, examining his youthful form.
And the effects went a little too far for my tastes. That's why you needed me to finish Dr. Prescott's work. Which you did. Mr. Kerr, the vial,
Kerr
please.
presented it with a theatrical twirl of the hand.
Here I present to you the eighth
Before
wonder
he
of
could
the...
finish, Rollo snatched the vial from Kerr's palm.
Wow, this stuff sounds pretty valuable. Be careful, you fool. You have no idea what you have in your hand. Actually, we do. You just did a whole evil villain monologue thingy about
Rollo
it.
casually tossed the vial to Luca.
Fucking idiot. Gosh, maybe I'll have a
Luca
taste.
jiggled the vial mockingly.
Seize him. Luca, over here. Move another inch and I'll smash it.
She held it tightly behind her back. Solomon sighed, speaking in crisp, measured syllables.
You have no plan. I'll smash it, I swear. Fine, risk killing us all. Or, if you're lucky, nothing happens. Then what? We capture you and grant you much less
He
leniency.
pursed his lips with feigned sincerity.
But I'll give you my word. If you hand it over now, none of you will be harmed.
A deep uncertainty washed over Beck.
You're a smart girl, Beck, but there's no shame in being outwitted by someone smarter than you. But you never do an evil monologue, I know, right? We both know this is only one way this ends.
She looked to Nellie shakily. With a dispirited nod, Nellie sighed in defeat. Beck slowly approached Solomon.
Always monologue after you succeeded, yes. That's what he did in the other route. That's a good girl. Beck, don't do it. You can't trust him. I'm sorry, he's
With
right.
apprehension, Beck conceded. Solomon pocketed the vial and brushed off his shoulder with a sharp flick.
Mr. Kerr, you have allowed yourself to be humiliated by a group of children. Report to my office tomorrow for a performance
The
review.
blood drained from Kerr's face.
Of course, sir. But first, you have a speech to make. Trot out there and give me the introduction I deserve. I think they have a plan. I agree. I do think they have a plan. If anything, maybe this whole thing was part of the plan. Maybe us being tricked by Solomon was part of the plan. And don't forget to smile. Yes, sir. Maybe they did a swap? I also think they did a swap. Holy Mike, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Mike. Don't worry about it. And to think, all of this is thanks to the efforts of Mr. Van Horn. I don't understand. How is this all because of me? I said Mr. Van Horn, silly child. Dr. Walt Van Horn. Your father was always a thorn in my side. I offered him an opportunity to be part of something great, but the fool was blinded by righteousness. He even broke into my laboratory and attempted to sabotage my
Solomon
work.
shook his head with gratification.
But the universe has a funny way of correcting course. By meddling with a force he didn't understand, Walt showed me its true potential. As fate would have it, Luca, your father's dying act was to grant me eternal
A
life.
muffled applause resonated faintly through the walls.
Well, that's my cue. After the festivities and my subsequent ascension, I will return to deal with you all. Until then, I suggest you use this time to reflect on the magnitude of your failure. You three keep post outside the door. We still need to stop Eleanor from blowing up the source. How are we going to stop Eleanor from doing that? Can we talk about that? I can't believe Beck sold us out like that. I'm not sure she had any other choice. So what now? What's the plan? I don't have one. Ice to meet you. Of course you do. You always have a plan, Rolo. You just need some time, Rolo. It's over. We lost. Hey, I'm sorry, Luca. I did what I had to do. I know, it's just, we were so close. I got a feeling that eventually Solomon will get what's coming to him. Time wounds all heals. Well, time seems like less of an issue for him now. Luca, there's something you should know. After Miss Kerr locked me in that office, I had nothing but time and curiosity. I poked around a bit, hoping to find a means of escape, but I found something else. Note, hidden in a false drawer. What sort of note? Dr. Prescott must have sensed his time at Perennial Harvest was growing short. So he left behind a letter, with the hope it would be found by his successor. It was a confession of sorts. He left it for me, but its contents... Luca, I think they were meant for you. Oh, shit. Why? What did it say? It was about an incident with your mother. Dr. Prescott found her in his lab with a stolen keycard. There was an accident. She had been exposed to extreme amounts of temperous liquamine.
The color dropped from Luca's face.
Time wounds all heals. Yeah, I know, right? And why does applying the goo directly to a person differ from drinking it? I don't know, Maple. They'll probably explain it. She survived. But Dr. Prescott decided to help her recover. He no longer trusted Perennial Harvest, so she kept her whereabouts a secret. Over time, your mother led him to reconsider the purpose of scientific discovery. Science is often at the vanguard of change, but that doesn't mean it's always right. He realized that no one should have control over something as powerful as time itself. I now believe that's why he began to intentionally sabotage his own work. Yeah, it might be that they're just not actually clones. And it cost him his life. That's a reasonable conclusion.
Luca was overwhelmed with emotion.
But if she's still alive, where has she been? Where is she now?
A sudden explosion sounded from the hull.
No! Unless...
Chapter 8. Come up, ears
Oh!
still ringing.
Oh!
Gran picked herself up off the ground.
That's why we don't get iced. Gran is worried about us, so she stops her plan to destroy the source and probably comes to Big Hero save us. That's probably why we don't get iced.
Through the dust and smoke, she looked over to see Mrs. Fratelli helping Hiram Tolliver to his feet. She'd had to beg, borrow, and steal to acquire those explosives. How many nights had she spent visualizing how she'd use them to make things right? And now, her one shot at destroying the source, that damned hole that swallowed so much of her life.
Good. Let me just say
gone.
good. It's a good damn thing you didn't destroy the source.
Traded for this jagged hole in a wall and a foolhardy shot at rescuing Rollo.
Thank fucking goodness they didn't blow up the source.
With Fratelli and Tolliver at her side,
I
she
really
stepped
hope
through.
that Eleanor finds out that she was a fucking idiot.
It was a strange
Like,
feeling.
seriously. She better find out that she was an idiot.
The last time she'd stalked this maze of hallways, it was in a different body. They quickly rounded a corner to find a group of clipboards guarding a door. Something worth guarding is probably something worth seeing. She leapt forward, brandishing her cane. If her
Old
last
lady is gonna
chance at
fuck things
vengeance
up.
for
Let's
things
go,
lost was truly
Eleanor.
gone, she would just have to fight to keep what she still had.
You bet Miss Scientist tells her. I bet that's true too, yeah. Like, she better find out that she almost fucked everybody up. Or else I'm gonna be mad. Cran, what are you doing here? Luca, what are you doing here? We're here to save Nellie. We're here to save Rollo. Hey, Miss Lucas, Gran. That's awful nice of you. But I'm fine. Oh no, what did they? Gran, there's no time to explain. We have to go now. Come on, everyone, we got a party to crash.
They made their way out from deep within Perennial Harvest, just as Solomon finished up his speech.
Thankfully, we can disperse with the formalities from here on out. And this is what we saw last time.
Solomon pulled a glass vial from his pocket.
But how is it going to be different this time? We gotta stop
In
him.
one smooth motion, he downed its contents. A triumphant smile grew across Solomon's lips.
No! Well, I guess that's it. We lost. I wouldn't be so sure about that. She did do something.
With a mischievous look, Beck elbowed Luca. Remember when I had the vial behind my back?
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little... Shit, what do I choose here? Junk? I don't know, man. They all might just be the same effect? I don't think so. Change feels appropriate. It does. It does. Change feels like the correct choice. But do we want the correct? We can see that if we get like funny endings from the other two, we can figure them out later. I think change is the one that makes the most sense.
I might have tweaked his wonder potion with a little change.
Like pocket change? Your unlucky penny? Yeah, I plopped it in the vial when no one was looking. What's it going to do? No idea. That's the beauty of science. You can all call me Sharper Valentine.
His body and face began to contort and expand.
She threw the penny
as he
into the
disappeared
liquid.
Into a belching green.
Is he gonna die? He went even younger. Holy crap, he's a baby? Yeah, but he's still Sharper, right? They fucking de-aged him into baby. What he was no longer matters. This is an innocent child. I apologize for the harm my father has caused
Eris
you.
awkwardly cradled the squirming child. She looked to her brother, her voice shaking with uncertainty.
Augustus, what do we want Valentine's? What do we Valentines always do? What must be done? I'll hurry home and prepare a crib for father, young Sharper. That would be a great
She
help.
looked back down at the infant with equal parts kindness and terror in her eyes. With a shake of her head, Eris addressed the crowd with a stern scowl.
Okay, everyone, the show is over. You may leave now. Please, can we tell Eleanor that she almost killed everybody? Oh, epilogue. We did it.
Beacon Pines' coldest summer on record came and went without much fanfare. Folks shared what they had, and none were left wanting. The new school year was ushered in by the
I guess that's the
falling
end of the
leaves
story.
autumn.
Go ahead.
After everything Luca, Rollo, and Beck had been through, middle school was bearable. The chill of winter didn't seem to bother people much.
Honestly, though, some of the other endings were better than the true ending somewhat. But, like, it was still a wild fucking ride.
They kindled a hope for a better future in their hearts.
Babality.
When spring arrived, farmers planted their crops
Did
with a
Rollo
sense of
still go to
joy
middle?
and
They probably
optimism.
fixed him.
And as the dawn of the first day of summer came again, its light slowly spread through the shallow valley. It crept over the town square, across the river.
But can we talk
past
about
the
Eleanor
neglected welcome
almost
sign,
killing everybody?
and came to rest on a young boy sleeping at dawn, his mind at peace, knowing he is here for a reason.
Can we talk about how Eleanor almost killed everybody? And the source, and, like, where it came from, and... I have questions that better be answered here.
Eleanor had moved back into her bedroom, and now that she wasn't sneaking out late, she even slept there most nights.
Don't worry about it. Alright.
Over time, Eleanor began moving Walt's old things out of the closet and into storage.
I feel like this ending isn't satisfying because we didn't really address the source in the town copy. Yeah, but, I mean, it's not like we didn't figure that out. Maybe we will get answers, though. Or maybe those answers are just in another route we didn't actually go through. I'm ready to go now. You go on without me. I'll meet you there. I've got a batch of jam to finish starring. It's funny. I only started making jam as a way to send messages without anyone noticing. But now, I enjoy it. Alright, I'll go say hi to Rollo first. There are still branches left? Yeah, but I don't know if they'll go anywhere. Let me check. There's shame here. And malice and junk up here. And chill here. And that's it. So I don't know if those would lead anywhere. Let's go talk to father. Shame probably has the most new info. Yeah, potentially. I hear you and Rolo have big plans for that little treehouse. Yeah, I started getting crowded after we revoked the max capacity 1 Rolo, 1 Ruka rule. So we decided to expand, but at least we got some help with that. How's the internship at Nelly and Elonia's shop going? It's been great. I'm hoping it helps you get up to the School of Agriculture up in the state. Everything, maple syrup. Everything. Also, Nelly said she'd write a letter of recommendation, which would be huge. Just can't help but worry about leaving Rolo. He's grown up so fast, but he's still my little brother. Yeah, he had a heck of a growth spurt. I don't mean grown, literally. This morning, he was up and finished his chores before I even had breakfast. Well, some of that might be his excitement about the treehouse renovations. We babied the bad guy, yeah, we did. Don't tell him this, because it'll go to his head, but I'm really proud of that little punk. Sure, he feels the same way, but he's just too dang proud to tell you. I know. Gus, how's the tree planting? Couldn't be better. I'm so grateful to Elonia and Nelly for letting me help. I just wasn't built to be a mayor. Too much stuff. Guys, we finished cleaning up the sidewalks. What's next?
When Perennial Harvest collapsed, most of the clipboards skipped town, but some stuck around and dedicated themselves to making things right.
Ayo, some of them are good. And with a knack for art, can help paint a few new offices. You can count on us. It's like you really found your calling. I never really felt comfortable telling people what to do. Now, this right here, this is something I can be proud of. He looks happy now. Let's go talk to people. How's the nap been this morning? The most underrated part of a good nap is the view, and the view's getting greener every day. Nice. I see you decided on a name. Yeah, we had to clear out all the old stuff before putting on the final touch. Slow and Dirty Harvest is now official. I like it. It was actually Nelly's idea. Use a blue collar at heart, yeah, and he looks happy. It's still a lot of work, and the name serves as a reminder. Just because progress is important doesn't mean change should happen fast. In fact, I've learned that the more you care about something, the more important it is to take things slow. Our motto is, go slow and fix things. Amen to that. Gotta get to the treehouse. So who's with the white? That's Beck's mother. Glad he got a good ending. He was just a good guy stuck in some shit. Little higher. Hey, they're all friends now. Yep. Little lower. Yep. Slow. No, that's not what the sign prank was. Little higher. That's the new name of their new company. I'm telling ya, the angle isn't the issue. We need more power to the radio. Luca, there you are. Would you tell him it's not in the angle? Hey, I'm not in the charge of antenna redesign. Fine, fine. You haven't touched the fishing flashback since? You're right, I didn't, but I don't want to. With Sharper and someone else changing the Beacon Pines says to say Sharper Pines, yeah. To like have his big revival. Don't do anything drastic until we get back. Ooh, me? Trish, you're in charge while I'm gone. Yep. They'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. If we really want mission control to turn into something bigger and better, we have to loosen our grip a bit. You're right. Lead the way. So when is Eleanor ever going to find out that she almost killed everybody? I bet that's the only problem, is that she doesn't know that she almost killed everybody. There's news that needs knowing. I'll give you tomorrow's headline today. Our old friend Patrick C. Montresquieu, aka William Kerr, just performed a stirring rendition of The Iceman Cometh. Talk to the heiress? I will. There wasn't a dry eye in the house. Guess he has plenty of time to work on his craft. Young Mr. Van Horn. How's Sharper doing? Young Sharper seems to enjoy nature more than I. So we do a lot of strolling these days. Has he, attempted to crawl out of his crib and plot world domination? Yeah. Thankfully, no. I spoke at length with Dr. Rodwell, and she feels that Sharper's infant mind was not developed enough to retain his previous memories. Interesting. For all intents and purposes, this child is unmolded clay. Let's hope he's a little nicer the second time around. That's the objective, yes. But really, all I can hope to do is try and hope. 2 activities I am endeavoring to find less distasteful. Well, that's good? Quotation, question mark? I hope so. I think you're doing a great job, and the whole town is ready to help out however we can. I can't wait to teach him to throw a baseball.
Eris did her best to ignore the tears welling in her eyes.
That would be acceptable. He's got mad eyebrows, though he does. What's with all the bunnies? Hey, Mr. Nuncreed. I'm gonna see my dad in a bit. Do you want to come with? But after everything I did, you'd still...
Mr. Nuncreed shook his head.
You really are your father's son, aren't you? I don't think I'm ready for that yet. Well, you're always invited. I bet he'd love to hear from you. I'll visit Walt in my own time. You run along now. What is with these?
With perennial harvest gone, the transportation tubes were left unused.
He's made a fucking roller coaster out of the tubes. I just noticed that. He made a fucking roller coaster out of the tubes. Oh, no one is too big. No one is too small. We're Jeff's wild ride.
Well, maybe not completely unused.
The ride of your life. Who's next? Me. Oh my gosh. He's a true businessman. Except he's accepting candy. What is it? One lead to the ice town? Yeah, it does.
Peeked up at the beehive. It appeared to be deserted.
That's strange. So what? Yesterday I saw Dynestis Titio. What? He could resell that candy. True. It's great. I haven't spotted one of those in years. At this rate, Pika Pines is going to become the bug capital of the country. Not a good thing. I hate bugs. Shut up. I fucked up. Shut. I realized my mistake. Don't worry. I have news I think you'll enjoy. This morning, I unpacked my last box. You're officially moved in? It's just a box. Let's not blow this out of proportion. Sounds an awful lot like putting down roots. I guess I decided this place is root-worthy. You're going to be stuck with me for the foreseeable future. I do have to warn you, most years aren't going to be as interesting as this one. I think I'll manage. Ready? Before we go, there's a bit of a surprise. Buck will now proceed to sit in it. True. Tree! My mom's prepared this tree especially for you. They didn't have to do that. It wasn't just them. Just about the whole town pitched in. We all owe you. You should all do okay in the cold of Old Beacon Pines. And thrive as things works up. Oh! They're gonna go plant this tree on top of Dad's old grave. That's perfect. So they do know about the Old Beacon Pines, yeah. I'm pretty sure once we finished everything, like they had like an exposition, but they didn't need to do the exposition for us because we saw it in the other routes. At the end of the day, Beck is the true hero. Yeah. But Luca really was the one that brought it all together. Yeah, I'm done. You got it. Now that's a good looking tree. Being a special occasion and whatnot, this ride's on the house. You're gonna want to hang on tight to that little tree. Let's end this game, guys. And that means Eleanor probably got told that she was gonna kill everybody.
I think this...
You know what I have to say? I have to say, fuck you, I do what I want. I can't give you the middle finger with this, unfortunately. I'm trying my best. This is the best that I could do for middle fingering.
The end I've been waiting for.
The narrator's
Honestly,
getting emotional.
I began to lose hope of ever finding it. But then you came along. I don't know exactly how to thank you. It's hard to explain how much this means to me. It's funny, now that our time together is finally ending. I'm at a loss for words. Let's just watch the end together.
I agree with just watching the end together. Done. A good little tree. The best little tree. Thank you, children. This means a lot. It means a lot to me, too. Yeah, thanks for everything. Bucks, I only did what any super awesome best buddy would have done. We should probably give you some time alone now. You good? Yeah, I am. It's been a wild year. How are you feeling? Everyone keeps asking me that. I'm fine, really. Pat always says the only thing fitter than a fiddle is a cello. I feel like a dang cello. Dad's gonna return as a zombie? I hope not. You ever stop feeling like a cello? Cello, that's what it is. Shut up, holy my... Fuck. I'm so... Fuck off. Yeah, I said cello after, okay? Fuck off. I said it before you all typed it in chat, so stop pestering me, okay? You don't even have to say it. You two make an awesome pair. Cello. I said cello. What is it then? Fuck off. I said cello. Cello. Cello? Ch? Cello. I have never heard anyone say it like that before. Look, I'm bad at... Fuck off. I'm bad at pronouncing shit, okay? You're just learning that now. What is it? Fuck, no. Fine, I will.
Cello.
Cello. I said, I've been saying cello. What the fuck? I've been saying cello the whole time and you're telling me I'm doing it wrong? Like, yes, I said cello the first time like an idiot, but then I've been saying cello ever since and you're saying I'm doing it wrong. Fuck all you, you're gaslighting me. I was not saying cello. Do you think I was? Because I wasn't. I was saying cello. Maybe it just sounded like cello to you because you don't like listening to with your ears. I never once used an S sound. It's recorded? Yeah, go back and check it. You'll see that I'm right. I was saying cello. Bitch. Maybe not the exact way that you would want me to say it, but that's what I was trying to say, bitch. We're a trio now. Yep. Thanks. There's just one thing missing that you're now a part of our group. Missing? Let me tell you a little story about a man named Hank Atomic. Uh-oh. Oh. That won't be long. We'll be waiting for you back at the phone booth. Didn't think you'd get so heated? Sorry, I deal with this shit with my family too, and it irritates me. You got some good friends. I'm so proud of you. Your father would be so proud. I know. Mom, can I ask you a question? Do you ever dream about Dad? Not a night goes by that I don't. Are you ever afraid that you're going to forget him? Forget what he looked like? Forget his voice? No, because so much of him lives on in you. He loved that old tree, but I know he would have loved this one more. Because his two favorite people planted it. I'll give you two a moment. Hey Dad, Dr. Mudwill says that over the next few years, this place should warm up, so you won't have to be so cold for much longer. I think I finally understand why you left that night. There are things you believed in, big things. Those beliefs were the things that made you, you. If you wouldn't have stood up to Sharper, stood up for what you believed in, you wouldn't have been the same person anymore. You had to go. But that didn't mean you loved us any less. I might not visit you as much as I used to. I know you understand. I liked that game. I liked that game a lot. Achievement. Achievement. I really liked that game. Yeah, good game. Applause. What a... Yeah, it was great. I loved it. It was good, yeah. The storyteller did a good job, yeah, they did. Great voice acting. Just a really good game overall. I really loved it. The ending did kind of address the town and the source. Yeah, it did. Although we never actually got rid of the source. I guess we just got rid of the people using it. Granted, we also probably got told by that one guy that destroying the source is a terrible idea. That we probably got informed that doing that was stupid. Yeah, it probably addressed it off screen because we already knew all that information. There was really no point in covering it again on screen. It was just probably exposition dump with all the characters who were in the know telling everybody else. Whereas we saw the reveals in a much more interesting way. Metric? What? The other endings go more into it? I don't know, maybe. They might also just be gag endings. Like, Beacon Pines 2 Pines Harder. The Metric's a streamer? Then why are you saying that out loud? I don't get it. Why are you, like, saying that in all caps? I think this game was kickstarted. Oh, okay. That makes sense. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if those kinds of people, if you know what I mean, would have kickstarted this game, you know? You know? Let's just listen to the piano music. But overall, I get the same thing done? Maybe. I could look it up. But at the same time, ending the game with the word change seems like such a good footnote that it would be stupid to make it so that the other choices actually do something. Like, the whole point of the story is change, right? So by ending with change, that makes a lot of sense, you know? Like as a footnote. Like it all comes full circle almost. Oh, holy Mike. Abso-fucking-lutely. No way. They're not. I could go check. We can maybe go check. Or maybe we won't because I'm tired. Sadly, no, I was expecting to beat this game a lot sooner, so that means, unfortunately, no Mad Rat Dead tonight. I'm sorry. If Master is watching this VOD, I'm sorry. I failed you. You just check it on your own? That's true. You could just look it up on YouTube. Master will be displeased. I'll get to it eventually, I promise. I'll have one stream where it'll make sense. Well, I mean, I guess I could do it now. You could no way in hell. I'd have to go set it up. Because like I don't have my capture card set up right now. And I have the game on Switch. I felt like there's a lot more branches, but I guess a lot of these branches probably just lead to to bad endings. Oh no, this one didn't lead to it did lead to a bad ending, yeah, but it was a very, very long bad ending. So the only ones that we haven't done yet are Chill, Shame, and Malice or Junk. Chill Cop almost assuredly just ends in another icing. Yeah, I can guarantee that as well. Okay, I'm tired. So if you want to go figure that all out, go look it up on YouTube. I'm sorry. I'm just tired. I'm just tired. I wanna wrap this up. I wanna go to bed. I wanna go sleep. I wanna enjoy my day off tomorrow. Which apparently it's unfortunately gonna be raining tomorrow. I wanna take a walk somewhere where it's gonna rain and Okay, well, thank you all for joining me on this visual novel, especially since visual novels are definitely not usually the best kind of streaming content, because it's very awkward when you join halfway through and you don't know half the plot. So I appreciate you all for sticking around. Oh, thank you for that. But yeah, visual novels can be awkward to stream because of how story focused they are. Whereas with most other games, even story heavy games, there's at least some gameplay that like you could do. It's either you already have seen the plot line and you want to watch someone's reactions to it, or you're enjoying it in live a long time the streamer. Yeah, like what Noise did. Like that's the only way visual novels work for streaming. So yeah, it makes sense. But I really appreciate you all. I still had really a lot of you still come out and enjoy it with me. We'll be doing Super Smash Bros tomorrow, so that'll be fun. And then Saturday we're gonna do Sonic Frontiers. So look forward to that. I'm actually hearing a lot of good things about Sonic Frontiers. So I'm actually really looking forward to playing that. And then on Sunday, on my variety day, God of War Ragnarok. I don't think you understand how excited I am for that game. I was like hesitant to buy it, but now that I've committed to buying it on PS4, sure, it'll be at 30 frames, but man, I am like so excited. I am so excited for it. I'm like, I can't wait. It's going to be so fun. God of War. I'm hearing such good things about it. All right, is there anyone live right now? Who's live right now to raid? You know, rating's for nerds. Rating is for nerds who care about community. Can't wait for next Friday. Well, oh yeah, next Friday is gonna be Pokken. Actually, I have a question for you all. I have a question. This is actually gonna be an important question. Should I cancel my multiplayer focused Friday next week? And the reason I'm saying that is because Pokemon Scarlet and Violet come out on Friday. So should I play it on release and cancel my multiplayer focus day, or continue with the multi focus day and stream Pokemon on the Saturday instead? What would you guys rather see? I mean, technically, but there might be some people upset because I was probably going to be playing Pokken Tournament next week. And I think a lot of people were kind of looking forward to that. Play it on Saturday to maximize viewers. Yeah, but I feel like you it kind of like you want to play it the day it comes out, you know? Like it feels weird to be a Pokemon fan and then not playing it the day it comes out. You know? Like, does that make sense? To the multiplayer stream on Thursday? Oh, but I kind of need the time on Thursday to beat Sonic Frontiers. There's always next week for multiplayers. True, we could do Pokken the next week. Like I could just move Pokken to be the week after and treat it as like a wait 1 sec. Will I be available the week after? Yes, I will be. Okay, because I am going on a trip in the end of this month. Extra stream day. Well, I want to use my bonus days on God of War Ragnarok because that's gonna take me a while to beat. So I think what I'll do is next week on the 18th, we'll do Pokemon. We'll start our Pokemon journey on the day it comes out. And then on the 25th, we'll do Pokken Tournament. So I'll still do Pokken Tournament because I know that I have some people who really want to watch me play that. And we'll just do it a week later. But I'll do like a poll in the Discord and see what people think. But I think that's probably what I'm going to go with so that everybody's sort of happy. Unfortunately, Maple Syrup, that means you might have to wait an extra week, but I promise you I will play Pokken on stream. But for now, I'm tired. I want to go enjoy my day off tomorrow. Thank you all so much for coming down. We'll discuss this more in the Discord. I'm not fully committed to a decision yet. We'll talk it out over the week. We've got plenty of time to think about it. We could talk about it tomorrow's stream as well. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do, but like it's up to you guys. I'm here to please. So yeah, let's thank you all so much for stopping by. I will be closing up shop for the day. I hope you have a great night tonight. Thank you so much. Take care. And you'd probably just kick my ass, maple syrup. Holy Mike, don't make me bonk you. All right, good night.